Welcome back to Red Thread, another episode in the incredible saga on Boogie2988. The weight of it all, the documentary that the entire YouTube ecosystem has been waiting for with bated breath. The one where we cover the cancer arc of Boogie2988 in full. The most explosive elements, the behind the scenes gossip, all of the stories and tales that you might not be privy to, all of the little intricacies that come from lying about cancer for years. That's what we've got today in this episode of The Weight of It All, the Boogie2988 4-part documentary saga.
I can't believe it's 4 parts.
I can't believe it's like, not only is it 4 parts, it's like 12 hours long. It's going to be 12 hours long after this episode, which is just insane to think about. 12 hours of people's lives that we've taken up.
Basically as much airtime as Mission Impossible.
The entire Mission Impossible.
And we're talking about one fat man being cancer, porn addiction.
I don't really mind it that I've been talking about it for 12 hours because, let's be real, I've been talking about it for a lot longer than 12 hours. It's just funny to think that we've put that amount of content out there that people then listen to for 12 hours or so. That's insane.
And thank you very much for doing so.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much.
You are very keen little piggies, aren't you? You've been oinking in the comments for this one.
Oink oink. A lot of piggies have come to the farm.
A lot of piggies, yes. A lot of greedy little piggies wanting their little slop feeds. And I am one of those piggies, I've got to say.
You've changed over the last 2 years.
A lot.
You've changed over the last 2 years.
This has not been happening 2 years, Jackson.
Yeah,
I know it seems like that long in your mind, but this is quite Shutter Islandy, I've got to say.
All right, well, last year at least of knowing you, you've gone from scoffing and rolling your eyes at YouTuber drama to you now messaging me about the latest YouTube drama and being like, is this sloppy enough for us? And the answer is always yes.
Yeah, okay, all right. Jackson, I just need you to know this as a friend. That is entirely your fault. And
I know.
You're basically one of those guys in the hood that's just like, just try crack, man. Man, if you feel bad about your girlfriend,
I know. I do blame myself. It's a shame to see what I've done to you. Honestly, you used to be so full of life, so full of energy, covering political, all of the political drama, Ozpol and shit like that. You used to be so much happier then.
Yeah, I know. And then now, if I just read the title of the video that I just released, it is The OnlyFans Empire is Collapsing. That's what it's called. And I blame you, Jackson.
I blame me too.
This is what you have done to my feed. It's incredible what slop does, doesn't it? It's just okay. You get one fat, recognizable face there, and you're just like, okay, well, I'm a completely different person now. Once
you try that content, it is like crack. You were completely right with that analogy, because like once you do try that content and you see just how much more successful it is over every other form of content that you actually can put effort into and do, and it's no wonder that people go to the slop so earnestly.
I'm not even talking about content as a creator. I am talking purely as a consumer. I want my slop. I want my slop. I'm a hungry piggy. I'm a hungry little piggy. I want to laugh at other piggies.
What have I done to you? What have I done to you? You're lucky. I'm lucky that I have a corruption kink, because this is actually turning me on seeing what I've done to you. So thank you for that.
I'm sure you are turned on by this too.
I am kind of. To know that I've had that much influence on you.
What?
It's very arousing, but we'll continue. That's for my eventual Red Thread episode on myself. once those stories start coming out about how much I enjoyed corrupting you.
All right, so part 5 of this, Jackson's erection, and that'll be the next Red Thread episode.
4 hours long.
Each hour for each inch.
Hey guys, before we get started on this episode, really, earnestly, right now has been just shooting the shit. If you like that kind of stuff, though, make sure that you go check out Jordan's tours at the moment. He's selling tickets right now. And also check out his Jordan Shanks channel to really check out all of that slop stuff that he's been covering at the moment. He's done a few episodes on clavicular as well to see how much I've corrupted him by going and checking out that channel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but he's also touring around Australia, and the show is very good. It's about the end of the world. So if you're interested and you're in Australia, you're hitting all the main cities. You've just done Brisbane, so I assume Sydney and Melbourne are up next.
There's others.
Yes. I've never been outside of
I'm
there.
pretty sure I'm going to the towns. By the time this is out, I will be going to all of the capitals. You know, Mackay, Townsville, they're all on the list.
Yeah, but regardless, go check out the website, go see where he's touring, and if you're nearby, then go harass him in public. He enjoys that immensely.
Thank you. Also, buy Jackson's tea, Soul Syrup.
It's not available at the moment, but I appreciate that.
Sounds like something we should go into off air.
Go buy the tea that's not available. You won't regret it. No, but if you do want to also more content from us, Jordan and I, then go check out Smut Rot. 2 episodes are out now. We've been a bit slow over the last week because we've been out of our homes and such and traveling a little bit. But yeah, Smut Rot episode 3 will be coming out soon, so keep an eye out for that. Smut Rot. Again, hottest show of 2026. Everyone loves it. Everyone loves it. Not a single negative comment. I have not seen a single negative comment. Don't take that as an invitation to now leave negative comments. I don't want to wake up very sad.
Yep. Thanks for upsetting Jackson in advance, guys.
Jordan, that's an earnest thank you from Jordan there. He does really appreciate it when I am sad. Yes. So you'll be making me very unhappy, but you'll be making Jordan very happy. It's like the yin and yang. It's cosmic karma.
You know, you got to give, you got to take. I mostly take. Jackson has to give.
All right, let's turn now our attention to the. It's not the conclusion of the. I mean, it's kind of the conclusion. We're going to do an epilogue episode as well, kind of like we did with the Chris Chern series, where we go over some stuff that we didn't cover in the main trilogy. Yeah. So that will be coming in the future. But right now, we're going to conclude the main narrative arc of Boogie2988. That's the best way I can put it.
So weird. Yeah.
Okay, so we come to Cryptocurrency Woes Part 2. Still feeling the financial pinch from his previous mistakes and follies, as well as his mounting medical bills, Boogie decided that it was time to try and find a new source of income. That must have been why in June of 2024, he made the bizarre decision to announce and promote a meme coin to his viewers. Yes, less than 2 years after the infamous cry for help after losing everything in the crypto market, Boogie felt that he had enough experience with the cryptocurrency and earned trust with his audience to make a quick buck from a shitcoin, aptly named Fatty Coin. That's FADDY coin. Fatty Coin. Very clever.
Like how you spell cool with a K. I get it.
Yeah, it's very clever. You know what a shitcoin is, right? You're pretty well versed in crypto shit.
Oh yeah, man. I'm a massive crypto investor. I don't mean to brag, but my coin wallet has lost about 70% of its value. So if you want tips on that, you know where to go.
You and pretty much every other sucker online.
Talk about it, huh?
I said you and pretty much every other sucker online. Like have you heard of actual like success stories from crypto that weren't then immediately blown?
No, but I just thought that was because people like listening to people fall and tumble. But I would imagine that there are some very autistic people that wear Hawaiian shirts and goatees that are very rich off of Bitcoin, surely.
Well, I feel like the thing with Bitcoin and stuff is you got to get the initial surge for any cryptos, basically. And once you've heard about it, it's usually too late. So, and then you're just rolling the dice on crypto, really. Like you're just rolling the dice if it's going to go up or down based on public attention. I don't know. To me, crypto is just like synonymous with gambling in general, really. At least with like the market and stuff, you can research into companies, seeing where their trajectory is going, where their profits are going, et cetera, et cetera. With crypto, like no matter how much I look into it, the conclusion is always gambling-esque to me. It really does just feel like putting it all on red, for example.
Yes, but what do us like people that aren't genius investor bros like you go, Jackson? Because this is all I see. I see a graph going up, and then I assume every time
that's
only keep going.
That
I
is
mean,
the
if
natural
these trends
response.
continue,
Yes.
what?
That is the natural takeaway from that for sure. Like the graph going up is clearly confidence in the market, so you should always buy in that situation whenever the graph is going up. But as for your question. As an expert investor, and this is financial advice, if you're having any of these questions or doubts, just give up. That's always my advice. Stop looking into it, because if you're asking these questions,
Jackson's advice.
It is,
that
honestly.
Is strangely Jackson's advice. This is Jackson as a financial investor. You should invest in this stock that is going to increase 300-fold in the next couple of days. Are you going to invest in it? No, I've got far more important things to attend to. And then he just goes out and plays Pokemon Gold again. It's so strange.
I've never played Pokemon
it.
Gold. You keep disparaging me. It's Soul Silver.
Oh, okay. I've defamed you, have I?
You have, and I've taken that very seriously.
Actually, yeah. If you're a silver player, then yeah, fair enough. I don't want to go through this conversation again, but you always pick the red, don't you? You never pick blue. Every variation of it, you're always picking the red one.
Didn't you make a lot of money on my financial suggestion?
Yep, and you didn't.
I did. I know.
That's what I'm
did.
saying. Jackson's financial advice is for everyone but Jackson. It's strange.
I do give a lot of financial advice to him that works out well for him. But at the same time, for a lot of those stocks, like that stock that you were just referencing, I pulled out at the exact right moment because it tanked after that. I mean, it's still up from where you bought in, but it's gone down significantly from where I sold.
When did you last look into it, Jackson? Was it like December?
I don't want to look into it because it'll make me sad if it's gone up.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Oh, shit. On the wrong monitor.
Yeah, there we go. He saw it.
Wait.
Now Jackson.
No, it is down. It is down.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is down.
Really?
Yeah, by about, I want to say like 20% of what I sold at.
Really?
Yeah. But I still think
Jackson's
over the long term,
still got an undefeated term.
Over the long term, you're going to see that one grow still. So you're in at the right. You're still safe if you're a long term. Regardless, anyway, continuing on with the fucking fatty coin.
Yeah.
The truth of the matter was that Boogie was simply a mouthpiece to promote the coin rather than the mastermind behind it. It was a textbook pump and dump meme coin scam. Pump and dump always sounds erotic. Pump and dump is a sex term, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool. That's why I'm feeling a little bit of a chub going on. I was
Jackson's
confused.
Sex ed classes continue.
So that means sex, does it?
Every time.
And what is sex?
What's fingering?
What base is a pump and dump? Is that third base or is that a home run? That's not even showing up to the stadium, actually.
What, a pump and dump?
Yeah, pump and dump. You're not even making it in there. That's not romantic. Being in the stadium and doing all the bases, that's romance. This isn't romantic. This is just fucking and leaving.
What's pump and dump then? Going down to the nets and doing some swings.
No, going to like the sports bar and just watching it on TV, I guess. Kind of lame. It was a textbook pump and dump meme coin
you heard it first. Jackson, such an alpha. One night stands are lame.
I just said there's no honor in them.
Yeah. Sorry, I forgot. It's not Jackson the pickup artist. It's Jackson the samurai.
Come to Jackson if you want investment strategy advice, honor advice, and Pokemon advice.
Advice on how to retain your honor.
And also baseball advice.
Yeah, and then just you scratching your chin on the bus, and then it just says like, "Is it seppuku time or no?"
And as in line with my financial
Jackson
advice,
first. What?
In line with my financial advice, it's always the answer is always give up. So yes, it is always seppuku time.
Well, I mean, it's kind of just like investing in Microsoft or something. It's a blue chip share, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. It was a textbook pump and dump meme coin scam in which the insiders with the coins paid Boogie $10,000. Again, only $10,000 for him to lose all of his honor. Like he did with the boxing match. It was only $10,000
It's such a
both times.
small amount.
I know. That's not $20,000 to basically flounder on stage in front of everyone. You're getting, KO'd by another morbidly obese man, fatter than yourself. That's embarrassing enough. That's like nightmare fuel. But then also another $10,000 to basically shred all dignity you have online and scam your entire audience who made your entire life possible over the last decade. Now, as the samurai expert myself, I gotta say, that's pretty low honor. There's like no honor in that, I'm afraid.
We're all waiting for Jackson's remarks. There is none. Okay. Wow. I think we weren't expecting him to say that. It's incredible as well because like you are so bullish in your honor tips as opposed to with your stocks. Like very prudish investor when it comes to stocks. But when it comes to honor, everything is either maximum honor or zero honor.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's kind of how I feel, honestly. Like, you either have honor or you don't. Don't you agree with that sentiment? You either have
what am
it
I
or you
agreeing
don't.
with?
You have honor or you don't. It's not a scale.
I mean, look, you are the one that we go to for honor tips, so I suppose whatever you say goes. Okay, so it's no spectrum. There's no spectrum there at all.
No, it's 1 or 0. You're either honorable or you're not. And in this situation, Boogie is not.
Honor is binary.
I think all of your actions throughout your life can attribute to either you being honorable or not honorable, but it's not like one person can be more honorable than another person.
Okay, I really feel like I'm doing one of those like year 4 IQ tests now, where it's just like, if all honor is honorable, then no honor. And it's like, this is a very abstract test. I don't know what's going on anymore. I don't know what we're talking about.
Well, okay, to put it back in Boogie terms, either you're fat or you're not fat. You're medically obese or you're not medically obese. Sure, there's a large amount of, 200 pounds versus 210 pounds. You could argue that 210 pound is more fat than 200 pounds. But at the end of the day, they're both medically obese. It's kind of just, that's how I feel about honor. Like either you are honorable or you're not. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at the end of the day.
You gotta understand that is like schizophrenic level weaving. That was incredible. Where fantasy and reality just intertwined so seamlessly in front of our eyes.
Oh, that was so good.
Oh, Jackson.
It's really
we can add that to it. Schizophrenic honor Pokemon extraordinaire.
It's really no wonder that these episodes take 3 hours to record. We're like still on the first page and it's been 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good. We're in the second paragraph.
Those two things in specific before.
I mean, it's true though. And I'm not going to continue on for fear of wasting time. But I think we all know that I am correct in this situation.
I suppose so. I'm kind of too scared to argue with someone about this because you can just tell that you are an expert on this very strange combination of disciplines.
Okay, well,
you know what that really was?
Push back
it was kind of just like, all right, I'm a mathematics professor and also, manager at Burger King. It's like, okay, I wasn't expecting that.
I want to push back a little bit. Honor ultimately is subjective, so my opinions on honor might not influence your opinions on honor or how you see honor. So you're more than welcome to disagree with me, even though, in my opinion, in my subjective opinion, disagreeing with me would be quite dishonorable. So I recommend that you don't do that.
And as the self-designated honorary expert here, I think that my honor supersedes yours. Yeah. However, that is my opinion.
I do need to
circular.
How badass would a samurai armor be for decoration in your room? I should do that.
No, you don't need more crap, Jackson.
I do. Despite pump and dump crypto scams being far from new at the time, for example, Logan Paul's Dink Doink crypto scam happened in mid-2021, just months before this, or about a year before this. Boogie decided to accept the deal and go ahead with the promotion anyway. In fact, he even had the audacity to consult with Coffeezilla, a YouTuber famous for exposing crypto scams, just moments before his announcement video went live. Coffeezilla even told him explicitly not to go through it. go through with it. Nevertheless, he persisted. Everything about Boogie's involvement with the coin was baked in multiple layers of irony. The announcement video attempted to take a comedic edge, essentially mocking Andrew Tate's promotion of the Daddy coin and poking fun at himself for losing all of his money on crypto previously. Let's have a watch of that one.
Listen up, all you top G's. There's some misinformation being spread around right now by certain influencers. But I'm here to tell you that.
So again, this broke fatty Boogie is sitting down next to his barely legal girlfriend at the time, while she is scantily dressed in basically negligee. And in the background, he has 6 arcade machine cabinets just decked out in his living room.
Yep. Yeah.
You know how
life.
You know how when you came over the other day and you stayed over, I was talking about how we have no sense of like, what's the word? Interior design,
continuity.
Basically. No, yeah.
Interior design. No interior design's awareness. Yes.
Yes. We just have like bookcases everywhere and different photos and stuff hanging on the wall. There's no real like kind of interior design that like persists throughout the home. I feel bad about that, but then looking at people like Boogie makes me feel so much better when you look at his house and how messy it is and how his entire house is basically that nerd den. I hate that look.
It's really, look, I mean, you know, basically you're just saying I have better taste than a mentally ill man. A poor mentally ill man. But like, you know, I've got to push back on this. I don't mind the crap aesthetic in the background of all the games there. It reminds me of regional community pools, the little area where you could change beforehand. And I've got to say, Jackson, your house doesn't remind me of that. So not a dub. Not a dub.
So Boogie's house is better than my house?
Boogie's a better man than you as well. So don't sell my argument short here.
Okay. You've got comprehensive, I see.
Yeah.
The truth and the hacks to help you break free from the matrix so you can be a brokey like me. Now listen, you may know there's certain myths that are being pushed on you to keep you in the rat race and enslaved to certain disciplines. But I'm here to dispel those myths for you. Number one, everyone thinks you have to have a perfect body, fit to stave off any attack. That's lies. This body wasn't by accident. If you don't have anything to steal and you don't look like a threat, then no one's going to attack you anyway. You see this body? This is what peak performance looks like. And it wasn't an accident. Do you have any idea how much discipline it took to create this body? Do you have any idea how many carbs you have to ingest to maintain this kind of mass? But it guarantees that when people look at me, they don't see a threat. Myth number two. A man must build an empire to have...
So, of course, he's going through all the generic kind of Boogie-isms, like he's drinking Mountain Dew from a like an iced, what do you call it? Not a goblet, just a glass, basically, that you usually drink whiskey from. And he's just, eating a little sausage in between his fingers that he's trying to mimic as a cigar. Like very low-hanging fruit Boogie-isms, basically, with the kind of comedy that he usually relies on. You know, I'm fat, I like Mountain Dew, I'm a pig that likes to eat. And he's framing it. He's framing this entire video, this now deleted promo video about Fatty Coin as if it's oh so ironic and funny, and he's doing his classic Boogie bits and stuff to basically build up some controversy surrounding it so that there's some attention put on it. But ultimately, the goal is, like, even if he's being extremely ironic with this this video and stuff, even if he's being incredibly ironic and he's basically staying up front that this is a shit coin and you're going to lose money, ultimately the goal of him even promoting this in the first place is to sucker some idiots into buying the coin so that he can enrich himself and the people who made the coin. Like, it's not he's painting it as a joke, but it's not really a joke because he is actually trying to get some people to invest in it in some capacity, even if it is ironic.
Okay, yes, that is pretty comprehensive, Jackson. However, do you think it's funny?
No, I don't find this particularly funny because it's stuff. It's Boogie. When Boogie thinks that he's intelligent for creating a joke or coming up with something like this, it sucks all the fun out of it for me personally. When it feels like he thinks that he's funny, it's try hard. I just don't find it funny anyway. It's not like. Why do you find it funny? That's what I'm curious.
Again, I'm not used to Boogie's antics, and the whole time when he was holding the sausage and then he takes a bite out of it, like, oh, it's a chorizo. It's. I thought it was a cigar. Very clever, Boogie. And also, I mean, you sit there and you say, oh, he's fat, but I will put this tonality spin on it. He's fat. That makes me laugh. I'm sorry. I might be just easily pleased, but I think that it's like quite a nuanced satire of the internet at our time.
Stop it. So you would clap and laugh when he did his fat guy fall into the pool?
I did clap and laugh. That's on record.
We're continuing.
So did you.
Worth.
You're not
Haram.
better than me, Jackson.
That is haram. True happiness comes from the simple things in life. An aquarium and a goldfish. Two small dogs in a video game.
That's talking about your life, Jackson.
Happiness. You don't know the pressures that comes with money. You got to determine what you're going to invest in, what you're going to buy. What would you buy? Ethereum? No. True freedom comes from being a wage slave. You don't want all of that pressure of trying to decide what color your Bugatti's going to be, do you? The myth number 3 is that if you are fit and you are...
Yeah, what?
Well, he's made some very good points. Go on.
...rich, then you're going to have different beautiful women lining up for you every single night. Well, that's gay. True happiness comes from one woman a couple of times a month. Little Andrew's out there needing consistent validation. Oh, love me, won't you love me tonight? Andrew, that's gay. True happiness is found by staying with the same woman, whenever she doesn't have a headache. And you know what gives her a headache? Competition anxiety. If I were rich and I were thin, she'd be afraid to stand next to me because other women would be looking. And I promise you, no other women are looking. Be a man! Make sure your woman...
I can't believe this is actually getting a positive review from you.
You don't think it's funny?
I think I'm just too...
Am I the only one on earth that watched this and was just I like this fat man saying that he's a loser. This is... come on.
I find it funny that Boogie's in this situation in the first place, of course. Like, I do find this entertaining and funny that he's literally shilling a coin called Fatty Coin.
Actually, I forgot about that part entirely. Yeah, that's right. Because, he hasn't really even done the sell yet.
No.
So far, he's just pretending like... Again, it's the absolute pinnacle of satire, which is to turn a situation on its head to show its absurdity.
But there has to be some kind of surprise to it, or creativity to it. I don't find this particularly surprising or creative, doing the whole Andrew Tate shtick, basically.
But that's because you know Boogie better than Boogie knows himself.
Well, no, I know Boogie. I know Boogie more than you do. If this was my first exposure to Boogie,
well, yeah, that goes without saying. Yeah.
Yes, I would probably find his whole shtick funny. But I've seen him do this a lot of times, basically taking the low hanging fruit of satire and then playing it up and then expecting claps, and it's just a bit tired at this point. Continuing.
Feels secure by knowing you're not going anywhere. Now, Fatty is a community for like-minded individuals that have broken free from the matrix. True happiness comes from a goldfish, from the same woman a couple of nights a month, and the occasional meme coin. Fatty for life.
I was muted at the end. Anyway,
Yeah,
then
I
it's
don't
a
know
link.
what the fuck happened there.
Then it's a link to where you
Fatty
could buy
University.
the meme coin. Again, this is a now deleted video.
Why
yes.
did you delete it?
Because
So
the
much negative
backlash,
feedback.
the backlash was immediate. Where was I? Boogie, being the Twitter addict that he is, also posted profusely about the coin as part of his promotion agreement. Though these tweets have since been deleted, he does this a lot. It's very hard to find backups of tweets that he has. He tweets a lot and then he deletes a lot of them. So there's been many times where I've like seen a tweet of his and I'm being like, that is like absolutely one of the most stupid things that Boogie has ever said. And then I'm like telling a friend about it and I want to show them a picture of the tweet. And then I go back and try to find it and it's completely gone and vanished and no one archived it, which is always a shame. But yeah, he's a chronic deleter of tweets and he tweets endlessly, or he did during that time period. From 2016 through to 2022, I think he was tweeting maybe every 20 minutes. It was insane how often he would tweet.
But I would just imagine that everything that Boogie tweeted would be ratioed and get negative feedback. So how does he know which one to delete and which one not to delete?
Well, no, he would. He was a chronic blocker of people as well, and like muted people and such. So his comments were, or his tweets were, a lot of the times echo chambers for sure. Like I was blocked by him, and I didn't even tweet at him. We'll get to that eventually. It was a very sad day.
Are you part of this chronicle?
Not this particular one. Well, kind of, but not really.
You
no,
must
these
have
tweets.
Crossed. Like I don't know. You are absolutely living embodiment of law of attraction.
Go on.
Destinies must have met. You have spent so much time thinking about this man that surely you bumped into him on the street once and you just like got dazed from the fat, looked up and like, are you the Michelin tire mascot? Oh my God, it's Boogie. Surely that happened.
And that's where my attraction to him started, or are you saying that my
no
attraction?
Before that, all of it before that was you just slowly bringing that gravitational pull.
Oh, right. Being so into it, I willed our meeting into existence.
Into reality.
Right. Yeah, potentially, yeah, for sure. I think that plays an element into it. Though these tweets have since been deleted, they were, of course, archived by others, luckily. One of the main themes was that Boogie was still applying irony heavily, and that he was telling his fans that they would lose money if they bought the coin and making it a part of the joke, for lack of a better term. So here's a tweet, again, now deleted, that says, quote, "And to be abundantly transparent, as this was explained to me, it's a meme coin, it's a joke. It's not to be taken seriously. It's for people who think shit like this is funny and they have money to burn. If you're not rich, then just laugh and enjoy. If you're rich and want to fuck around with your money, then do this for a laugh," which is just the most hilarious framing of a crypto coin or a meme coin or a shit coin, when you're like, you're putting it out there, hey, if rich people want to just buy my shit coin because you're going to lose money and you want to waste money on giving it to me, then buy my shit coin. Like, yes, you're saying the quiet part out loud, but isn't it hilarious to think that you're basically panhandling for rich people to give you sympathy and throw a few bucks your way? It's pathetic.
And again, like the worst way to do it as well, because you would get so much more of a share of it if it went into Patreon. It seems like he wasn't.
That would require working for it to some degree, huh?
Yes. That's the eternal problem, isn't it? He thought about this a lot. As the man that understands his mind better than him, the way that he is framing this is very premeditated and very Boogie-esque, no? Or
yes, he went in thinking, he went in knowing that this was going to get him backlash. He went in absolutely understanding, and everyone on the internet understood at this point that as a YouTube creator, doing anything with crypto coin is going to blow up in your face, for sure. It's always going to be that way because there's been so many examples of it already happening, like the Logan Paul fiasco. But at the same time, the allure of $10,000 upfront or whatever he was paid to promote it meant that he had to convince himself that it was worth doing and that he would be able to come out of it on the other side unharmed by potentially framing it this way. Like that's how he convinced himself. He went in understanding completely that he needed to immediately make it seem like it was a joke, and B, also be upfront about it in that it was a meme coin and you weren't going to make money off it, while still also promoting it to an audience of impressionable, stupid fans who potentially, like maybe 1% of them would still, support him that way by buying a meme coin. Maybe some of them would even have the stupid and naive belief that it could potentially make them money. So he didn't care about that. All he cared about was the reputational potential damage, which of course was going to happen.
It very much seems like that. Yes. No, this was my plan all along. Yeah, yes. It does. Yeah.
It's that childish thing where you know the thing you're going to do is really bad and it is going to blow up in your face, but you're that greedy and also you're so confident in your own abilities to lie that you trick yourself into believing that you can be the 1% that get away with doing this, basically, because you're so smart and so clever and so funny that of course you can talk your way out of this. But I mean,
well, it's incredible that everyone just got so wily to it immediately.
Well, again, because everyone knows that YouTube is promoting these coins at this point, they're all the same. They're all shit coins that are enormous scams and they only benefit the people who created the coins. Like it's happened time and time again.
Yes, and the last one to do it was the cash, the spit on that thing chick, right?
Yeah, the Hawk Tour. In that situation, I probably earnestly do believe that Hawk Tour girl didn't have the same understanding about crypto coins. She kind of seems like pretty not knowledgeable about the internet and social media and dumb. So I could actually buy that. But with Boogie, he's always on Twitter. He always knows about YouTuber drama. He's in that world and that ecosystem. He's entrenched in it. So yeah, there's no excuse. Like he would clearly know that this was a bad idea. And in fact, of course he knew it was a bad idea because he reached out to Coffeezilla before the announcement video went up, basically asking him if it was okay, basically preempting it, making it look like if it did come out that he tried to do his due diligence beforehand. Like I think him reaching out to Coffeezilla, A, shows that he knew it was wrong, and also B, showed that he was already setting himself up to create evidence that showed that he was trying to do his due diligence beforehand, so that when people were up in arms about him, he could say like, yeah, I reached out to Coffeezilla to ask for advice, but he never got back to me, guys. So it's actually his fault. Like he was preempting it that way. Unfortunately for him, Coffeezilla replied immediately and told him not to go through with it. But of course, Boogie at that point he had already taken the money, so he still did it. So
do you think okay, so that was part of it. Do you think that he knew that Coffeezilla would say absolutely don't do it, but he said, oh, no, well, I reached out. Yeah,
no, I think it's that. Of course, he again, I don't think he's. There's no shred of doubt in my mind. He knew that this was going to go down this way. He was just trying to create a paper trail that would show that he could use to post on Twitter, showing potentially that he tried to do his due diligence beforehand of reaching out to qualified experts for advice. And I think his goal of that particular one of reaching out to Coffeezilla, he assumed Coffeezilla wouldn't reply. He assumed that Coffeezilla is too busy of a man to waste his time on things like Boogie, so he thought the message would go unread, and then he could
do the old
screenshot
journalist that. Like I reached out for comment. None.
Yes, and they didn't reply. It's their fault. He could have saved me if he wanted, but unfortunately, Coffee is a better man than all of us.
Because it seems like he's put a lot of effort into something that was going to backfire. He kind of knew that it was going to backfire, did it anyway for a small amount of money. When, as you've pointed out multiple times, the earning potential of Boogie is that he could be making that money constantly for much less effort. But it seems like he actually put in a lot of effort to doing something that he knew was a stupid idea.
I've always said this, Boogie, he's a good speaker. He is funny like if he didn't have all this disingenuous elements to his character, he is capable of being very funny and engaging. If he actually just put in the bare minimum effort in terms of content, I think from 2016 onwards, he could have pivoted very easily into a career of posting daily videos, basically talking about whatever situation was happening in the world. Being, as long as he was genuine about it, I think he could have built up an audience of people who liked him and liked coming to him for that kind of content. And I think he would have made a lot more money doing that long term than whatever the fuck he did during that time period. And of course, there's a lot of things working in his favor, right? He's YouTube royalty. He was at that point. He already has a passionate fan base that had followed him for years beforehand. He's starting off far better than anyone else would have started off in 2016, basically. So pivoting his career that way really would have been quite easy. Honestly, it would have been if he dared to put in just the bare minimum effort. So it's he really has no excuse, in my opinion. He can't point to these things and say, I had no other option. I had to scam my audience. I had to do crypto scams. I had to, humiliate myself. Even though I don't really care that he did the boxing thing, I don't hold that against him. Like, it's a funny gimmick or whatever. But he didn't even need to do that. Like, he didn't need to do those things. He really could have just doubled down on content output and created a post-Francis career for himself as Boogie, as someone who you could rely on going to for him to talk about whatever. As long as he was genuine about it. That's always the thing. Like, audiences are pretty wily. They can always tell when someone's being very disingenuous about things and playing things up. And that's what Boogie's main issue was before 2016, is people got those sniffs that Boogie was a fence sitter. He wasn't actually being himself. He wasn't being genuine with his thoughts and beliefs. And people pick up on that pretty easily, naturally so, I think. So, yeah, I mean, I think that hurt him. But again, he could have come back from that.
Wow. Damn, it's like incredible just hearing that. And I don't know, man. It's like, yeah, it's true. Sorry, continue on. But like,
it is
quite
true.
a thing to think about, isn't it? That it's just like, you would have had to have made so many steps, make them go the wrong way. And even what you're kind of saying is like, he's still got a redeemable out still. And yet he refuses to take it. I
don't know if he does anymore, honestly.
Oh, you reckon he's gone? Okay.
No, there's too much baggage with Boogie. And I don't think, in that initial situation, the 2016 point that I was talking about, like, yes, he could do it now, but it would have been so much easier then, because I think there was a large contingency of his audience and the general internet who didn't know about all of his baggage and genuinely would have been happy for him to succeed and would have been supportive of him making that kind of transition, and would have been more willing to support him in that. Now there's so many things you can point to. I mean, lying about cancer, for example, the crypto scams, all of the horrible comments about women and stuff like that, dating a barely legal teenager who's clearly mentally ill and taking advantage of her, in my opinion. All of these kinds of things means that you've primed the audience to not want to support you at this point. So I think it's far harder to come back from that. So really, at this point, in my opinion, he is doing the correct thing if his goal is to make money. He is doubling down on that whole shtick of, locale live and being a reprehensible person and doing the most outlandish stuff, because I do think that's probably the only path forward for him, other than actually, in terms of content, other than getting a real life job and such. So, yeah, I mean, the ship has sailed on a Boogie redemption story.
Damn.
Of course, despite all of his warnings during his promotion, somehow there was still a group of people who trusted Boogie enough to buy the coin quickly and in high volumes. Immediately after Boogie's announcement video, prices predictably shot up for the coin, resulting in a total amount of trading value of $3 million. And of course, this allowed the insiders who held the coins to cash out and for the coin's value to plummet almost immediately afterwards for all those suckers who bought in. So much so that it lost over 90% of its value during the first day of the launch. It was a classic rug pull situation. This culminated in Coffeezilla confronting Boogie over the scam via a phone call, in which Boogie continually feigned ignorance that it was a scam and retained that he warned people that they would lose their money if they bought the coin. See, classic setting, leaving the breadcrumbs previously so that he could use it as ammunition when he inevitably got shit about the situation. That's something that Boogie does endlessly. He will preempt his own disastrous, issues that he creates for himself. He will preempt that with stuff that he can then use later in defense. That's how aware he is of the situation.
Yeah. It's such a strange pattern.
He was still seemingly oblivious that his influence over people would convince them to do otherwise. He also remained adamant that he didn't think any ordinary fans would actually buy the coin, rather that it would only be traded by millionaire crypto traders who would see the loss merely as a drop in the bucket. Again, that doesn't pass the sniff test. That doesn't make any sense. Why would millionaires, crypto traders, be interested in throwing a few $1,000s on your shitcoin and giving you money? I really doubt that that was even an earnest belief in Boogie's brain. I think it was an earnest belief in the sense that he knew that he could use that as a defensive shield, potentially, to make it look like he was stupid and he didn't know. But I think earnestly he believed that he knew that, hey, if 1% of my stupid audience falls for this, then I'm in the green, and that's all that matters ultimately. Yes, sure, 99% will be angry at me and they'll move on. But hey, if 1% of these idiots buy the coin, then I'm in good. And I don't think he was thinking about millionaire crypto traders. I think he knew that was a stupid sentence. When Coffeezilla brought up the fact that he specifically told Boogie not to go through with the scam when he asked him before the announcement video, he still stuck to his guns and said that because it was so close to the announcement video going live, it was too late to back out. It's possible that Boogie intentionally asked Coffeezilla at the final moment, hoping that he wouldn't reply in time to give himself plausible deniability when the scam was eventually exposed, i.e., this is what I said before, quote, I tried to reach out to Coffeezilla but didn't hear back from him soon enough to back out. Unfortunately for Boogie, though, Coffeezilla actually replied to him immediately, which negated this hopeful strategy. Coffeezilla continued to point out that he would have still had time to back out and return the $5,000 deposit, to which Boogie replied that he couldn't, as the money had already been spent paying off medical debts.
No. There was no contract. There was no video out.
The money's already spent. It's at Mercy Hospital right now. It's gone. I used it to pay debts. I used it to pay medical debts. So
you didn't have to tweet that tweet. You didn't have to tweet it out. You said you did the pre-announcement hype thing, and then you sent me a message asking me, oh, I've got some questions. I immediately tell you don't do it. Then you don't listen to me. You say it's too late. I cast the check. Need it for medical bills. Isn't it just a shitcoin, a meme? No one's actually going to buy the thing. And then $3 million worth of trading volume happened.
Yeah, I was not expecting that, obviously.
Yeah, I was not expecting that.
I mean, I wasn't expecting that. Were you?
I would expect that. I would expect that it's a possibility that it would happen.
Really?
Yes.
That's incredible that Boogie's worth that much.
No, he's still, at that time, he still had influence, and that's what matters.
Whoa, I thought that he was a lolcow by this point.
I mean, he kind of was, but he still had influence, clearly.
Yeah. Because, okay, at this point, his views were still just like 20,000 an upload or something like that?
Probably around 20 to 30,000, yeah.
Yeah, I can't believe, it really seems so strange to me that you would get a 3 million paycheck out of those kind of numbers.
Well, he didn't get 3 million. It's just $3 million trading value.
Someone did. Someone.
Yes. Eventually, Boogie did accept the fact that it was a pump and dump scam, though still retained his innocence that he didn't mean to scam anyone and was merely trying to play the butt of the joke as a warning to others about losing money on crypto. So again, he's found out and he immediately plays the defense, the narcissistic defense of, guys, it was a joke. You don't understand the joke, you idiots. And also, if it wasn't a joke, I was merely trying to educate others about losing money on crypto. I'm actually a hero, guys. That kind of fucking defense.
Well, okay. I accept the fact that you're telling me I'm ripping people off, and I accept it.
Again, that right there, that manipulation, I accept the fact that you're telling me that this is wrong. It's so transparent. Like, he's not saying that he accepts that he has done anything wrong. What he's saying is he accepts that Coffeezilla believes that he's done anything wrong, which is just an absolute nothing burger.
That might very well be true, and I don't mean to be. And it was not my intention. My intention was to be a spectacle, as I've always chosen to be on YouTube, for people to look and laugh and realize that I'm the fat, dumb idiot that lost his money in crypto, to drive home the point that crypto is not a smart or safe investment, and you have to be very careful with your money. I said that in the video. I've said that on the Telegram. I said it on Twitter, and I'll say it again here. And I genuinely do not think anybody would think that
this isn't some grand point. You're just making 10K. This is just you making 10K.
Exactly. It's a classic Boogieism, though. Whenever he's called out, it's a 5D chess move about how he was actually educating people about the dangers of the thing that he was in fact promoting. Like, he tries to paint it that way, like he's some fucking mastermind. And actually, he's in the right. And actually, he's a hero, guys, and he deserves
Yes,
ass pats.
if you think about it.
Yes, if you think about it. As Coffee just succinctly put it, no, you just made 5K, and that's all that you wanted to do. He also insisted that he would be spending the other $5,000 of his payment on more medical bills, despite now knowingly ripping off the people foolish enough to take his financial advice.
Okay, now that if you start to believe that I'm correct, are you willing to try to avoid the damage you might do to people?
So, for context, in this clip, Coffeezilla has basically gotten Boogie to admit that it was a scam. He still denies that he was involved in the scam, but he's saying that the fatty coin itself was a scam.
Yep.
The people that created the coin have made money about it. So now Coffee, of course, correctly is going to put Boogie on the spot about, okay, so you've profited off a scam. You've made $5,000, potentially $10,000 from scammers who scammed your own audience of people, of dedicated people who have been watching you for over a decade now, who believe you, the very people that believe you the most and like you the most in an ever diminishing amount of people in the world. Yeah, pool. The most vulnerable people in your audience. Are you willing to refund the money to those to at least attempt to minimize the harm?
By one, not selling your tokens, and two, maybe giving back the back half of, you said the first half is spent. I don't know if that's true. I'm just trusting you here. But actually giving back the 5K you're going to be making back to the community, locking it, making sure that people aren't going to get hurt further?
No, I'm going to pay my medical bills next month with that last half, and I'm sorry to anybody that's disappointed with that. I have an $1,100 medication plus a $300 medication. I get a bunch of I'm going to buy medicine with it, man. And
just again, yes, spending your money on medicine to survive, of course, always the correct decision. I don't have any issue with that. But you got to remember this in the context that this man spent $400,000 on $200,000 on prostitutes, and also in his videos where he was talking about his expenses, he listed 3 brand new video games as vital expenses. This man is not serious. I don't know his medical bills, but I can guarantee you that he is likely lying at this situation as well about the importance of using the money for that. As with most of Boogie's things, they're usually lies.
If people are disappointed with that, I fully understand that. It's a shitty thing to do, and I'm a shitty person for doing it. You can have that opinion. I'm okay with it. That said,
the look on Coffee's face is
pretty good. Well, there is no look.
I mean, there was.
He's defaced himself. He's defaced himself.
Like, I cannot believe that he is saying this. Like, he has scammed his audience, the only audience he has remaining, the people who trusted him the most. He has scammed them, and now we've put him in a corner where he has admitted that's a scam and that he's profited off their own misfortune, basically taking money out of their pockets, his fans' pockets. And Coffee's given him the opportunity to undo some of that damage and make it look like he cares, and he doubles down on it. Live on air, blatantly, and then turns it into a pity party as well.
Coffee
at the same time,
giving him an out.
I know, an off ramp. And
that's the only look that you can make
down
in that scenario, isn't it? That's all you can do.
He doubles down and also turns it into a pity party at the same time. Like, oh wow, you have a problem with that, guys? I'm dying over here. I need the money for medical bills. It was your fault for sending me the money in the first place. Now it's mine. I get to do what I want with it. Fucking sucked in losers, basically. And also, you should feel bad for even daring to ask me if I should give the money back. Didn't you know I'm dying?
Burning the coins is something I'll have to seriously consider. My immediate answer is I'll need to survey the damage. I'll need to understand what people have lost. I'll need to understand how much good burning those coins will do, and if it's going to make a genuine impact, I think I'd consider making the sacrifice. Yes, I think I would make the sacrifice if I thought it was going to make a genuine impact.
What a hero! He would think about making the sacrifice, maybe potentially in the future.
After all the facts come in.
Yes, after I've done some independent research.
After I've surveyed the damage, as he says. The best thing is just even the way that he says things. It's sort of, yes, it's the vocabulary is on point. He's got very good perspicacity, but it's also there's something I can't quite put my finger on it. Or maybe you can help me with this, Jackson. There's something lazy in his endless verbosity. Don't you think that, like, even when he's talking about that stuff as it's going through his head, there's this feeling in the back of your mind of like, you're making this very difficult for yourself in your head, so you don't have to do anything. You know what I mean? Like it's like he's deliberately trying to overthink something so that he can give himself an out, and you know, sit around and do nothing.
Well, yeah, I don't think that has anything to do with how he speaks. It's more so just the situations that he puts himself in. He continues to put himself into difficult and more difficult situations based off his own laziness. It's kind of ironic in the sense.
And so he's trying to talk his way out of these more difficult. That's great.
Just like
I love this. Jackson, can I just say thank you? Thank you for taking me on this red thread.
Now you understand.
I do. I apologize. All of your interests in life are they're all great. Every single one of them. Even the Lego, which you claim that you don't have, despite the fact that there is Lego in your house.
There's Lego in my house from years ago. I told you this. I don't know.
Yeah, okay, all right.
All right, we're not going to continue. I don't know why you continue to insist.
Look at how tricky he gets about it.
He took me to a Target to buy a Lego.
All right, back to Boogie now.
How dare you turn the spotlight onto me? He took me to a Target to buy me Lego, and I've been clean for years. It's fucked up to do to a friend.
That was so good.
Just like when he lost his...
Also, on top of this, I've just got to say, like a little business behind the curtain, he was really, really upset about that.
No, I wasn't. Okay, you're saying that like I got mad at you. I was playing into the bit. I was laughing and joking around.
No, you were genuinely upset. Come on.
No.
You're just doing... You've learned too much from Boogie here. It was like, no, it was all the joke.
It was all part of the act.
All part of the...
And you're a bad person for daring to question my genuineness.
But until all the facts come in and how much damage has been surveyed, Jackson, I withhold the right to apologize to you. I need to survey the facts. That's such a good line. I liked that line. I think that's my favorite line so far. I really liked him saying that. Yeah, if I could just, I'll have to wait until all the facts come and survey the damage.
Like some bipartisan, unbiased investigation crew that heads in.
Yeah, we're going to have to wait for the Senator crew to come back.
Just like when he lost his own money on crypto, his desperation for income once again fell flat with viewers who again pointed out that his house is full of gaming collectibles and arcade machines that he could have sold for a quick buck if he needed. As a bit of a humorous footnote from the Coffeezilla call, when asked whether the payments were done with cash or crypto, Boogie responded this way.
Okay. Let me ask you this. When were you paid the $5,000?
5 days ago?
5 days ago.
Less than a week.
Were you paid in cash or were you paid in like crypto?
Cash, obviously, yeah.
Okay.
Cash, obviously. Like, of course I'm not going to be paid in crypto. That shit's a scam, you fucking idiot. Of course I'm being paid in cash. Yeah, it's just a funny little footnote there. So again, there's a tweet here from Boogie that reads, quote, "Okay, last week for the night," I think he means tweet for the night, "I genuinely can't believe any of these content creators are stupid enough to think a single person was going to follow my crypto advice after I lost everything. They know it's a joke and they're playing you as idiots. They are rage baiting you. Don't let them. What's even funnier is they have turned this dumb meme into a real coin and people are starting to invest in it. How's that for irony? They are the reason this will move again, not me. I tanked it originally. Of course I did. That was the joke." End quote. Fuck you. You fucking
oh, damn.
fat piece of
Jackson
shit.
comes out with the barbed gloves.
It's so lame. Now that it's been proven that there's over $3 million of trading value in the coins. Clearly people have bought the coin. Now he's like, it wasn't me, guys. I have no influence. I said it was a joke.
I'm just one man.
It's clearly all the other YouTube content creators who have made fun of me over the last few days. It's their audience is buying it. Fuck you. Fucking liar. As expected, internet backlash was once again heavy for Boogie, with multiple exposés and coverage from YouTubers and streamers, including Moist Critical and the other side of the coin, Asmongold. The fact that someone who had already sunk so low could still have any credibility to exploit was also baffling. Regardless, Boogie doubled down on defending himself when people criticized his terrible business decision. Here's another tweet from him. Quote, "Fine, I'll speak as succinctly and bluntly as I can. I knew zero of my fans would download Coinbase, create an account just to buy a shitcoin. It literally wasn't going to happen. Yet it did. But a bunch of crypto millionaires might come in and waste 0.01% of their worth on a meme coin as a joke, and they did. So yes, he's running with the belief that the only people that bought the coin were millionaires who decided to come dump their money on his meme coin.
Yes, 3 millionaires put in $1 million each. This is Boogie's idea.
And then he continues, I don't care if a multi-millionaire loses less than 1% of their holdings. So basically saying, I don't care if I scam millionaires.
Yeah, that's
guys.
awesome. Okay, so Boogie is Robin Hood.
Yeah.
He is fighting the 1%.
He's Robin Hood.
Boogie has occupied idiot investors.
See how fucking awesome and Chad and heroic he is, stealing from these millionaires, guys. He's fighting the establishment just like you and me. Fucking idiot. I don't care if a multi-millionaire loses less than 1% of their holdings. That happens to crypto bros all day, every day. I don't care one bit about it. I would really care if there was an actual fan who started crypto just to buy a coin. I told them not to buy though. But that person doesn't exist, so we're good. End quote. I don't know why he's so sure that he's passionate fans. I mean, some of them probably not probably fairly naive. Like there's a possibility that a lot of them did do exactly that, and he knows that. But yeah, no, you're stupid for thinking that it's even possible that his fans could have bought these coins. He continues, quote, out of all the dumb shit in my timeline today, this is the most retarded of them all, end quote. And it's in reference to a tweet that reads, quote, it's very possible that Boogie2988 is a sociopath, and for the fans that fall for it, then they probably deserve to get scammed. Starting to understand why his wife left him, end quote. So he's getting one shot by people as well in Twitter comments and then quote retweeting them. That's another classic strategy that Boogie always used to employ, by the way. Whenever he would get shit from someone like a hater on Twitter, instead of replying to the person or ignoring the person, he would always quote retweet the person with his comeback so that all of his fans would see the quote retweet and then pile on to the guy who initially tweeted at him. So all a strategy to basically swarm him with his most loyal fans. It's very interesting. He did that all the fucking time. Eventually,
he's thought about this, but yeah, go on.
Eventually, Boogie seemed to come to his senses and realized that he wasn't fooling anyone. He ended up deleting all of the tweets and videos associated with Fatty Coin, but not before posting this video in the Telegram chat for the people who had invested in the meme coin. So Telegram is a social media website. It's just a social media platform, basically like Discord or Messenger, where you could create group chats or whatever. So this was a Telegram chat where all of the investors in Fatty Coin were invited once they had bought the coin. So basically you were buying the coin and you were given access to this Telegram chat with the fatty himself, Mr. Boogie2988. So he was in there chatting with the people. Initially, he was fairly active in there, but then once people started asking uncomfortable questions like, hey, Boogie, is this a scam? Or what the fuck is happening, Boogie? Why are we not seeing growth on the coin? He basically just ghosted the Telegram chat, but not before ranting endlessly in there about how all the other YouTubers were basically Nazis for daring to claim that Boogie was scamming them and such. So let's have a listen to that. Just to contextualize this is to the most ardent supporters of the Fatty Coin. These are people who are bought into Fatty Coin. They're, he's rallying the troops basically here.
I'm going to be brutally honest with you guys in a way that I can't be publicly. I can trust you guys with this. But the reality of it is I'm fat and weird and autistic, and I used to be one of the top YouTubers, right? And these people fucking hate that a fat guy is successful. These people fucking hate that a fucking weird autistic guy was ever successful as them, right? And I made a few mistakes along the way, and they capitalized on it. And when a situation like this comes up, where it's Boogie2988, the guy they've all been bullying for the last 6 fucking years, and crypto, which is not understood by the normies. Hell, I barely understand it. I'm getting an education as we go. You combine those two things together, and they have a rock solid platform to shit all over me. And
hey guys, I scam my audience and now people are rightfully attacking me. I've given them a one-up basically. I've given them the best opportunity to shit on me. How evil is that they're shitting on me, by the way, guys? Can you believe that they're shitting on me? Like, he's saying that. He's saying like, yeah, I made it as easy as possible to attack me. Why are they attacking me?
Shit all over this community. And I think it's fascinating that some of you guys are fighting back. And I genuinely am surprised that the rest of the crypto community isn't joining you and fighting back by buying this coin. And
there we go again. So is it a shit coin? Are you trying to promote it and get people to buy it or not, Boogie? Is it a joke? Hey guys, I can't believe other people.
Why the hell he's doing it now? Because he's not going to get another 10 grand.
He's doubling down on it. He's saying.
Genuinely am surprised that the rest of the crypto community isn't joining you and fighting back by buying this coin.
So now he's turned this into a culture war thing, I guess, where like if you're against all the other people saying all of crypto coins or a lot of these meme coins are scams, then you need to buy this coin in solidarity because we're fighting the good fight, I guess. Like, what are you? So you are actually trying to make this coin a thing. Like, this isn't a joke. You're not claiming this is a joke at all here. You're basically saying, hey, buy more of this coin, guys, to people that have already bought it. And again, he's not getting paid $10,000 or whatever, the initial sign-up bonus, but I can guarantee you that he was holding coin at this time, like the fatty coin, to hopefully ride a surge of price.
Yes.
Encouraging people to buy more of it, obviously price go up, and then he would sell at some point, leaving them holding the bag.
And getting on social media and getting in the comment section of these videos and setting these motherfuckers straight, because someone fucking needs to. And I hope this coin success proves them fucking wrong right to their goddamn faces. Not just about crypto, not just about this coin, but hopefully about me.
That's what's more important, guys. Not the fact that you've spent a bunch of money on this coin and it needs to be successful for you guys to not be scammed. What's more important is that, you get out there now that you've bought my coin and you defend the coin, you spread it around, endorse it and encourage other people to buy it. But also, can you fight on my side and tell them that Boogie's actually a great guy and not a scam artist and he's really handsome and awesome and stuff? That would be really awesome, guys, if you did that.
That'd be so cool.
Yeah. This is what this is all about, guys. Fucking pathetic, man. But again, like the language that he uses there, very clear that this isn't a joke or anything. Now that it's out there, he wants to actually make it a coin that people buy and he's able to profit off of, right? Like that's what I got from that.
Yes, so did I.
I think that's pretty obvious.
Yeah.
So no, I mean, pretty disingenuous to claim to everyone that it's just a joke, guys, and also then in the same breath say, oh my God, YouTube is pointing out that this is a scam, is so mean of them. They just hate me because I'm fat. And then go on to try to push it even harder. Very interesting strategy. In the span of just over a minute, he played the victim card several times, including a seemingly new claim that he is autistic, which has since been disproven by a Kiwi Farms user. We could look at, He also encouraged people to keep buying the coin. In the same Telegram chat, when buyers of Fatty Coin asked what his plans were for helping the Fatty Coin community that he had just created, he instead stated that he was leaving on a 2-week travel trip and wouldn't have time to continue to shill the coin. So again, this is this Telegram community of people that have bought in. He's rallying them to keep buying the coin and fighting them, fighting for the coin's continued success. So it's just one of the members, Celine Vsauce person says, yeah, but this video is specifically against Fatty Coin that they're talking about, for one from Mudaha. Are you planning on doing any response videos to both Coffee and Muda, Boogie? Because we need you to defend us, basically. defend the coin. Boogie replies to that message saying, I wouldn't even know where to begin. And I have to travel starting tomorrow for 2 weeks, so I don't know that I'll be able to. I'm not enough of an expert to be able to poke holes in what they said, even though I know it's clearly false in most regards.
Oh, he's so good.
Retards? Did he actually do the your regarded meme there? Most regards?
I think he did.
I'm just going to do what I always do, which is let the internet think what it wants about me and keep doing what I do because I'm a chat boss. And then that person replies saying, wait.
Haters going to hate, man.
That person replies saying, wait, so you won't be active for the next 2 weeks? Like they're surprised that he's just ditching them now after immediately rallying the troops and saying,
fight.
Continue my fight. I'm headed to Miami.
I'm going to gather more reinforcements.
I'm going to the West to seek reinforcements.
I am recouping because it has been very mentally straining on me, okay? When I come back, it's best in everyone's interest if the general is refreshed.
So remember what he said to Coffee as well. Guys, I needed that money to pay for my medical bills. And then he's in the Telegram chat being like, yeah, I'm going on a trip. I'm going to be out of town for 2 weeks. Don't think I'm going to be able to check in on this while I'm out. The internet's a bit spotty out there. Won't be able to make a response video. So you guys hold down the fort, all right? I'm going on a trip. And then just disappears for 2 weeks. So, you know, times are tough for him. He clearly can't afford medical bills at the moment. But an impromptu 2-week trip across the country, hey, it's just necessary, I guess.
Proud of our boy.
It's so stupid. I forgot how fucking stupid this entire arc was, but it's actually hilarious. He's such an idiot. Shortly after removing all mentions of Fatty Coin from his social pages, so again, he went on this 2-week trip and then just deleted everything. Deleted everything about it.
Good.
I wonder how that community feels about that those people that he scammed, like those people in that. I don't think those people in that Telegram chat, Boogie, were millionaires. I didn't get the impression that they were flush with cash. I think they were ridiculously naive and even trusting of you, Boogie, and you left on a holiday and then never responded to them again.
That was so good. I love it.
Boogie continually claimed throughout this fiasco that he didn't know much about the finer details of trading on the crypto market, which screams of desperately trying to escape criticism yet again. As an almost 50-year-old man at this point, to make a reckless business decision about a market you supposedly know little about, taking a payment that seems too good to be true, and supposedly not realizing that you were the puppet in a rug pull. It either points to extreme financial incompetence or yet more deceit within his growing web of lies. But with clips like this surfacing,
why did people call you a scammer after you released a cryptocurrency called Fatty Coin on Pump.Fun for $5,000 undisclosed dollars?
So I'm always really mad at that, actually. Right? Because if you go watch the video I made, I said if you invest in... if you watch the video I made about Fatty Coin, I said if you invest in it, you would lose your money. And the people invested in it, and they did.
You were making it seem like a joke. So it's like if I made a video where I was holding a gun up to my head and said, hey, if you don't subscribe, I'm going to shoot myself. And then if somebody didn't, I really did, and tried to blame them.
I understand that now.
You understood it then.
I just really wanted the money.
I mean, honestly, I'm actually a supporter of crypto scams. I don't really feel bad for anybody in that space.
Yeah, me either.
Why do people call you a scammer after you released a...
So he started by trying to paint, like, go back to the old tried method of saying, like, you know, I warn people. It's on them. And then... Yeah. Mask falls off at the end and he's just like, yeah, we want to scam people.
Who is the guy? Who is the guy with the Einstein haircut? He pops up every now and then.
The guy that was interviewing him then?
Yeah.
That's his name's like Matan or something. Do you remember a few years ago during the Game Awards, someone walked up on the stage and interrupted and said like something about he said like, I want to thank my Jewish rabbi Bill Clinton. There was that whole thing. Do you remember that?
Not at all.
Okay, so that's how he got popular. He basically interrupted the Game Awards show, which is live streamed to like, you know, millions of people. So he became a bit of an overnight internet celebrity in that point, and then he capitalized on that by making a podcast and things like that and continuing to make content. So that's how it started. But he's just, he's made a podcast since then, or these videos where he invites like outrageous people on and then basically does what he just did to Boogie.
Right. So, okay.
That's why you keep seeing him. He's doing good. Yeah, but with clips like that surfacing after the drama and a terrible rap sheet of stupid financial decisions, it's probably a putrid combination of the two. Okay, so yeah, there's a pinned tweet here. I need to read this one out from Boogie. This is a tweet from Boogie about the whole situation. I think several months after it happened. Quote, as for an apology, if any fan comes forward and can show me that they lost money on that coin, I will gladly apologize to them. Again, I would try to do more than just apologize and see what else I can do to make you whole. At every coin I owned, deleted from the internet and burnt. I proved this to Mutaha and Coffee, and you can see that publicly. I did not wish to profit from selling this coin, and I never did. Well, that's not true.
Yeah,
And if
I
anyone,
don't know why I said that.
and if anyone actually lost money on this shit, I am genuinely sorry. Come forward, show our devs the wallet and transactions, and we will do what we can to make you whole. As for launching a meme coin, it's complicated. About 8,000 meme coins are launched in a day and only traded by deeply entrenched Solano traders who do this all day, every day. I thought there was no harm in giving them a new shiny root. Coffee has explained to me in depth why he believes that was wrong, and I understand. It's why I deleted all videos and tweets, deleted my coins, and agreed with him not to promote it. So again, this is, of course, very, 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 very wise to do. And it's also very honorable. Again, honor, keyword of the episode, very honorable to do that after you have scammed them and, you know, the traction has now subsided and everyone who has or everyone who could have been scammed was successfully scammed. Now you put the brakes on it. Yeah, I mean, of course. Now he's trying to salvage whatever he can in the aftermath. Building up a life of lies upon lies to the level that Boogie has done over the years leaves you sitting on a house of cards. Boogie got a serious taste of this in the past when the contradictions and inconsistencies about his abuse first really brought his honesty into question, but rather than learn from those life experiences, he decided to keep doing what he did best. At the end of his phone call with Coffeezilla, Coffee ended by saying that he hoped Boogie got better, to which Boogie replied this.
Okay, thanks, Boogie. I appreciate it. I hope you get better. I hope you get better with your sickness. And
yeah, it's cancer, man. People don't generally get better. But I appreciate that. Thank you.
What? Dude.
Unfortunately for him, someone was about to come along and pluck out another card from his already precarious house of cards, and it was going to cause a major collapse indeed. But yeah, it's fucking astonishing that he just spends 20 minutes defending himself about scamming people and being like the most disingenuous piece of shit. And then Coffeezilla's like, all right, well, I understand you're going through some stuff yourself. I hope you get better. And then he can't help himself. He can't help himself being a malicious little bitch about it and going, it's cancer. I'm going to die. You should feel bad.
That is, I love it. I love it. Popping it out of nowhere.
It's fucking incredible. He's so fucking vindictive. Boogie's Cancer Arc Part 2. Quite possibly the absolute lowest point of Boogie's despicable and compulsive lying reared its ugly head in a heated confrontation hosted on the LolCow podcast. So this crypto scam video was June 27th, 2024 with Coffeezilla.
Yeah.
Guess what?
What?
This video, this next, the Cancer Saga, officially, chronologically kicked off on the 10th of July, 2024, only 10 days later. On the 10th of July 2024, Keemstar invited popular political commentator, streamer, and debate lord Stephen Bonnell, more widely known as Destiny, to his show. Without hesitation, Destiny declared Boogie was being confronted on his cancer diagnosis. Straight off the bat, Destiny challenged that Boogie had deliberately conflated the two forms of polycythemia vera, also known as PV, which is the cancerous type that Boogie claimed to have, and secondary polycythemia, which is a reactive condition to external factors such as testosterone replacement therapy, which Boogie was being administered at the time, sleep apnea, and other lifestyle choices. So basically, to sum it up, as a layman, I believe that the important distinction here is that polycythemia vera, PV, is a cancer of the blood cells. It's a mutation of the cells basically that create that. Whereas secondary polycythemia is it's a condition that is caused by something else and isn't necessarily a cancer. So basically, what you have to remember is secondary polycythemia, not necessarily a cancer, but still creates symptoms similar to polycythemia vera, which is the cancer version of that. Do you understand?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm very glad that was cleared up. I assume that this is going to be important going forward.
This is going to be very important. Let's have a listen.
Let's hear that.
Did the doctor ever tell you, or did he ever say the word cancer?
He said polycythemia vera, which is a form of cancer, as he explained it to me. And no, it is not secondary polycythemia, which is Nicholas Diorio's explanation for this bullshit.
So I think it is secondary polycythemia.
Well, then
can you
why
explain?
why would he call it polycythemia vera? Why would he tell me that I have hormone markers in my blood that tells me I have polycythemia vera? Why does he order a bone marrow biopsy to confirm?
I love that while this important confrontation is occurring on this fucking podcast, Wings of Redemption is just in the lower right corner, like fucking throwing his webcam around the room.
Well, if he ordered a bone marrow biopsy to confirm it, it would be weird that you told us that you already had a diagnosis and a confirmation.
Because the markers are in my blood. The hormone markers
Okay, I'm going to stop it there. Destiny presented the case clearly to a frustrated and dismayed Boogie. Now frantic, Boogie doubled down. Let's have a listen to this real quick.
Oh, please.
Filibustering, sir.
Be nice. Be nice.
Okay, yeah, we'll go ahead. Okay, so I think that Boogie was told that he has polycythemia, which means he has an elevation of his red blood cells. Now, there is a cancer known as polycythemia vera, which is caused by a mutation in some part of your body that causes an elevation of 3 different levels of things you'll find. One of those is the red blood cell count. However, when Boogie was talking about the polycythemia, he mentioned a couple things that I thought were interesting. The first was that taking an exogenous hormone, TRT, testosterone, that caused an increase in him developing this condition. So taking testosterone will not cause you to develop a cancer. That doesn't, not for this particular cancer, it won't. It will cause you to develop secondary polycythemia. The second thing that he mentioned was that his doctor ordered a sleep study. That's because one of the things that can cause your body to produce more red blood cells is if you have hypoxemia, which is a lower count of, or a low amount of oxygen in your blood for an extended period of time. And the reason why he ordered that sleep study is probably because Boogie either has pulmonary obstructive something, or he has, as he mentioned, sleep apnea. And sleep apnea, which is a decrease in oxygen overnight, can lead to a decrease in oxygen in your blood, which can lead to an increase in the production of red blood cells. All of the things that Boogie described, both the things that cause this and the treatments for it, are consistent with secondary polycythemia. None of these are consistent with cancer. And the fact that he's saying that they've now ordered a biopsy 2 years after. 2 years after.
May I review?
He's not done. He's not done.
Yeah. 2 years ago, you said that you had a cancer diagnosis, but now you just said now they're doing a biopsy to check for cancer. Confirmation. Is this house MD? Are we treating a blood cancer without actually confirming it yet? For 2 years, you've been having a cancer treatment without confirming there's actually cancer there?
Because it was in my blood markers, and that's pretty goddamn definitive.
Okay, so right there he says, we're currently looking for confirmation of the cancer. So remember, he spent 2 years, again, like in the last video we played with Coffeezilla, using the cancer card, basically being like, it's cancer, dude. You don't usually get better from that, etc. And also using cancer previously in the Ebegging videos or around that time, basically as why his life was going downhill and why he needed the support of the audience. He's been using cancer for 2 years, and now it's revealed that the doctor is looking for confirmation of cancer. Like, that's what he's painting it as. In reality, like Destiny said, everything that the doctor had been doing seemed to Destiny and to a lot of people like he was searching or confirming the diagnosis of secondary polycythemia, which isn't a cancer. So at this point, even at this point, it's pretty abundantly clear that either Boogie doesn't at all know what his condition even is, or B, he heard polycythemia, went home and Googled it and saw that there was something linked to cancer and immediately ran with that for 2 years.
Yes. For 2 years.
No, I don't think a single doctor would diagnose a patient with cancer unless they were completely sure that they had that cancer, right? I think that's pretty instinctual, right? You don't diagnose.
Not a particularly uncontroversial thing to say, is it? Yeah, all right. So you think, or should we continue on before we get to what you
Yeah,
think
we'll
happened in
continue
this?
on before
we'll continue
we,
on with this, but oh God, I want to hear your thoughts on this, Jackson. This is great. I honestly want to know what you think about this more than anyone else on planet Earth. Like, it's incredible. You are the foremost leading expert in this. Like how there is somebody that is a foremost leading expert in polycythemia or whatever it's called. Like, that's you for Boogie.
Well, I don't think the answer is even that interesting, ultimately. I think it's what we all know. Like, we all inherently kind of instinctively know.
I can assure you I don't know. It'll be interesting to me.
Now frantic, Boogie doubled down, calling out previous skeptics, including someone familiar, and refused to acknowledge that just because the non-cancerous variation mimicked identical symptoms of polycythemia vera, it didn't necessarily mean that he had the cancerous type.
Dude, I'm never showing any of these motherfuckers my medical papers. Go f yourself. I said that 2 years ago, and I'm standing by it now. Destiny, Jackson, Clarke, Keemstar, you can see it when I fucking die. It's my fucking goddamn medical record. I've given you every goddamn phone call. I've given you every fucking text.
Okay, so basically he's there saying, you know, I'm not. Basically, Destiny and the other people on the call logically asked for confirmation of cancer, right? Yeah, you've been using the cancer card for 2 years. You've said that you've got cancer. At this point, there's a pretty significant amount of doubt on that claim. I think the only respectable thing for you to do in this situation, given that you have a history of lying about things, is to confirm that you do have cancer. And the only way to do that realistically is to show your medical records confirming said cancer. And we all know that Boogie has no issue putting things online, speaking his mind, being intensely public about literally every factor of his life, you know, whether that be sexual abuse inflicted upon him, any kind of embarrassing medical, you know, facts or his interest. Like, there's not a single thing that he would hide from the internet necessarily in terms of it's too embarrassing or damaging to him. He's done everything.
He's done it all.
What? Possible? Why is he drawing the line here at his medical records?
Like, you personal information, Jackson.
You could censor the important things, like if your social security number or whatever is on there. Like,
penis
sure,
size.
I get that. You could absolutely show your medical records, a confirmation of said cancer. But no, this is where he takes his stand. Finally, he's keeping this close to his chest. This is his. His medical record is his, and he'll be damned if he shows it to anyone, even though it's the only thing that'll prove that he has cancer and confirm to everyone, including Destiny, that he was actually right all along, and everyone else is scumbags for daring to call Boogie a liar. Like, do you see how absolutely insane of a sentence that is, right? Like, he would be more than happy to prove everyone wrong in this situation, and it would be so easy to do, right? Just by showing the medical records. But
absolutely.
And do you believe for a second that Boogie would not take that opportunity to prove everyone wrong?
Yeah, I know.
But now he's saying, guys, that's my privacy. Come on, can we be a little bit respectful here?
All I ask is to be treated with some dignity and respect in the way that I've always been treated.
Like, obviously he's lying.
Quiet dignity.
Obviously he's lying. Obviously the medical records does not show that he has cancer. Like, that is him saying I'm not going to show my medical records is the number one proof that you can possibly point to that he's actually lying, and it's not there on those medical records, obviously. Destiny went so far as to offer Boogie $5,000 towards his medical fees in exchange for him producing an official medical record or a doctor's confirmation of the diagnosis. He flat out refused, declaring that even he has a limit. Okay, so wait, let me get this straight. Getting fucking beaten up by Wings of Redemption for $10,000. That's totally fine. Scamming your audience for $10,000 and being a pariah in the internet community because of that, totally fine. Makes sense. Ebegging endlessly online for any money, basically becoming a laughing stock on the internet, totally fine. Proving that you have cancer by showing a medical diagnosis. Whoa, that's too far, guys.
Yeah,
come on. Guys, what are we talking about? Guys, how could you ask that of me?
Fun is fun. But gentlemen, Can we be serious for a second? I thought that we were having a discussion based on merit.
I thought we were
and
gentlemen
reasoning
here.
debate. Huh?
I thought we were gentlemen here. Some
It
civilized.
turns out we're animals. Always out to kill the biggest wildebeest for the feast. Well, gorge on me if you must. But you won't see my medical record.
I'll die before that happens
Yeah.
from my incredibly dangerous cancer.
It's always great that he always just immediately goes to that. I'm
Yeah,
dying.
I love.
I will die. Yeah, he's got Greek grandma defense to everything. I'm going to that. That's it.
I love that literally 10 days before this, he was using it as ammunition against Coffeezilla, basically being like, coffee. You don't
Please,
get better
I'm
from
dying of
cancer.
cancer.
Yeah. I need the
10
money for my
days ago.
cancer medication.
Coffee, please. It's so good.
Let me have my dignity.
Why won't you let me live, Coffee?
It's like a clown
Just
with
let me
fucking.
live out my last days in peace. What?
It's like a clown with fucking like lemon pie smeared across his face, being like, "Guys, please let me have my
Yes.
dignity."
Yeah, I know. I know.
Like, what do you mean?
What dignity?
What? Also, this is the thing that could. The only thing that could possibly give you dignity is by proving that you're telling the truth.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Conven-
It's so bizarre.
Conveniently, this was the line Boogie would draw after years of doing practically anything for quick cash, including scams and e-begging. His line was sharing his so-called line, his fine line in the sand, his red line, was sharing a doctor's confirmation and his medical records, which would exonerate him if they existed.
You gotta
As we
love it.
know, Boogie values his medical privacy.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a tweet here from Keemstar, I'll read out. Quote, Boogie2988 fake cancer drama. To the best of my knowledge, based on everything I know, Boogie went on steroids that could cause cancer in the blood years ago and was warned of the dangers. 2 years ago, after he lost all his money in crypto, he went to the doctor and had high red blood cells indicating that he may have cancer blood. Is that the official term for it? Cancer blood? Before he got any confirmation,
Doesn't sound like it is.
before he got any confirmation, he rushed to make a YouTube video announcing he had cancer. Isn't that fucking incredible?
Now there's a man in the pursuit of content.
Like, yeah, you get told that whoa, geez, Boogie, these blood cell counts, they're looking pretty sketchy. You might have. I got to be honest with you. You might have cancer. I mean, we'll run some more tests and such to confirm. He's already out the door. He's run off.
Yeah,
I got to make a video.
Oh God!
Fuck
I
me.
can't
It's
let
incredible.
you buy.
I had cancer. That's enough for me. 2 years later, he still doesn't have confirmation. He has cancer. This is still the Keemstar tweet. 2 years later, he still doesn't have confirmation he has cancer, but he has been telling everyone he does and used it for sympathy multiple times. Whether it was promoting his crypto scam or asking people to financially support him lying about the cancer could be considered fraud. He is scheduled to get a confirmation test to see if he 100% has cancer soon. This is a funny final sentence. So ironically, even though he's lied, he may still have cancer. Whole thing is sad as hell. So yeah, even though he has been lying this entire time, it might turn out that he actually does still have cancer. In a just world.
Oh man, I'm so glad that we held out for a fourth installment. Oh God, it's just like teasing it along. It keeps crescendoing. I can't believe this. I thought that the absolute pinnacle of this would be, I have cancer. No, you don't. It gets better from there. That was sort of the baseline. That was sort of setting up this story.
It was beginning to feel like this was just yet another lie that Boogie had created. Following serious pleas from Keemstar to admit to his lie to minimize the fallout, Boogie still stuck to his guns, saying he, quote, knew the day would come, end quote, where he'd have to choose between showing his private medical records or face accusations of lying. Up until this point, Boogie had no qualms with revealing any and all personal medical details publicly, including multiple years' worth of vlogs about his weight loss journey and health. It was one of the few things left upholding his victim mentality, after all. Let's listen to this.
All right, listen, Boogie. Look, you got to understand this, all right? Tomorrow, the biggest story in the world is going to be Boogie2988 lied about his cancer.
Good, let him go.
Okay?
Good,
and
let him
then at some point, you're going to bring out the medical papers and you're going to prove That you
Nope.
do have cancer. Listen to
Nope.
me. Listen to
Nope.
what I'm saying.
No, 0% chance.
Listen to what I'm saying. Listen, and then it's gonna be too fucking late because
I'm
everyone's
not ever
think you
gonna do
lied
it.
about.
I ain't never gonna do it.
Then you
Ain't
lied.
Never.
Then you
Go
lied.
right ahead. Run
Why the
with
fuck would
that
you
story.
lie about that?
I didn't. I'm telling you the same thing I told Jackson Clarke 2 years ago. Go f yourself. It's my medical records. Go f
You lied. You share
He
every
never told me
aspect
that.
of your life.
He never told me that, by the way. I don't know. I don't know if he. I don't know what the fuck.
Wait,
that's
Bro,
about.
look,
Wait,
you
you
shared
never
the
said that?
No,
You never said that.
I never asked for his medical records, and he never said anything about medical records. So that's a lie in of itself, right there. I don't know.
Oh, we got an exclusive.
We'll get into this in the future because there's a whole
Will
bit
we?
here about my
Oh no, I want to get into it
where this even
now.
came from. No, we'll get into it in the future.
First, you've done
Jackson,
all
you
this
suck.
embarrassing stuff. You're lying.
Oh, there's
what the
plenty of things I haven't shared. There's plenty of things I haven't shared, but go right ahead. Prim what you got to
Bro,
prim.
this is actually so fucking sad, Boogie.
Yeah, it is. It is what it is.
This is like fucking horrible.
It is what it is. And it's so funny because I'm looking at my portal right now. I'm
Show
literally-
us.
I'm looking. No. F you.
Let me put out a.
So there again, I want you to remember this specifically. He said, "I'm looking at my portal and my medical records right now, and it says in big letters, but like this is the insinuation. It says in big letters, cancer. You got Boogie cancer right now. So remember that because in the future it is relevant. So right then he is claiming that he's looking at his medical records and it confirms that he is right, but damn it, he's too honorable. He's not showing his medical records to anyone. They're his medical records.
That's great. I love how he's taking a stand on this.
Yeah.
He's
The most
leading by
important-
example.
The most
about his
important thing,
personal records. Huh?
the most important thing for him to take a stand on, the only thing that would possibly at all benefit him
matters.
over the last 5 years. That's where he chooses to draw the
He's so
line.
good. I love him. No.
Towards the end of the podcast
This is
episode,
where the fun ends.
Mr. Medica. Towards the end of the podcast episode, Mr. Medica was invited on, another YouTuber who actually was himself battling cancer at the time, who acted as a voice of reason to the ensuing arguments, suggesting that Boogie just released a highly redacted screen grab of his doctor's report, only sharing the cancer diagnosis. Guess what? Boogie still refused. An ever-growing pool of money was on the table for Boogie in exchange for coming clean with proof, eventually reaching $25,000 US. The interrogation lasted for multiple hours, with numerous guests making an appearance to challenge Boogie, some of whom also offered money. Boogie's emotional control began to slip, with the stakes rising, with the pool reaching $80,000 by the end of the stream. For
Wow.
now, Boogie retreated from the podcast.
Oh,
So,
God.
all right, we gotta watch some of these clips.
Yeah, this is big. Yeah. Okay.
$10,000 plus a free trip to Disney World, and the answer is
$10,000 and a free trip to Disney World. What a prize pool!
Well, nobody likes Disney World. $10,000.
I love Disney World.
It was 5,000.
I love
It's
Disney
up to
World.
15,000
I want to go
total.
to Disney
15
World.
grand. You can do it.
No.
He's going to pay you $15,000 to look like
So
an asshole in front
principled.
of his entire.
So he's gonna. Okay, again, remember if the and he said it, the portal says he's got cancer.
Mm.
He shows this. He proves everyone wrong. He makes Destiny look like an idiot. He makes everyone look like an idiot. He makes me look like an idiot. And he also makes $15,000 and a trip to Disneyland or whatever, $80,000 eventually.
Mm.
In what world would you say no to that?
I don't know. I really don't know.
The only world
No.
in which you say no to that is the world in which you're a liar, and it doesn't actually say that on the medical records,
Mm.
obviously.
Yep.
Let's continue.
Because it's not reality. Because it's not reality.
Yeah,
You
show
know it's
them
fucking reality.
Show them reality.
Fuck you. No.
It's not a narrative.
With one goddamn shred of privacy. That's it.
Oh.
I'm good. I'm good.
So
yeah, you guys
you're-
say he needs to maintain the shred, and that's where it starts. It's so perfect. I love it. Oh my God. It's so. Oh.
This is where he grows a spine.
I really
guys.
get it. I find okay. It took me 4 episodes, but I understand. Internet, you have me. I fully get the obsession with Boogie. It's just it's this beautiful combination. First off, the fatness helps massively, but it's also the fact that you don't think that this is much of it, but I always thought that, like, say, the genius of The Simpsons was like a character like Lionel Hutz, for instance, who was able to say things in a very grandiloquent way, and it sounds very poetic and intelligent and savvy, but actually what he's saying is stupid.
Mm-hmm.
This is this man in real time. It's like actually like it's a high form of art. It really is. It's a high form of art how he's able to do this.
I think it's just like TLC. It's so fun watching the train wreck because you're
the train
you're
wreck is
in on the
beautiful.
joke. You're in on the joke. I think that's
But
the
it's
most.
like,
the
you know
best
what
part
it's
of
very
Boogie.
much like? You know what it's very much like? Do you remember the Minister of Information during the Iraq War?
No, why would I remember that?
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
No, but tell me what the Minister
because
of
I'm thinking that
Information.
everybody that was listening right now was like, no. And I'm like, yeah, me. I don't remember that either.
No, come on, tell me.
Okay. During the Iraq War, while the American forces were invading Iraq, they'd have Saddam Hussein's Minister of Information would come out and say what has happened that day. And every single day, because it was the American military, they were just steamrolling the Iraqi defense forces. There was nothing. Like, it was so easy. You know what I mean? It's not like they'd just be like, sir, there's been reports that the airport is taken. Then he'd just be like, I cannot believe what I'm hearing. This is absolute lies. The Royal Guard has pushed back the infidel. They are on their planes as we speak. And then one day he just didn't turn up to the press conferences and he fucked off to Egypt, you know. But like every single day was always just like, it was another dark day, huge victory for Saddam. And it's just like, it's never true, you know. This is him. But yeah, sorry, go on.
I mean, we're seeing that in the current year, like with the Iran war. Like you do see like the Iranian Revolutionary Guard or whatever, like they're tweeting out something saying shit as well along that same lines. Like,
oh, really? Like,
yeah.
Massive victory today. Very bad news for the Americans.
Yes.
That kind of stuff. Yes.
Yeah. Or
but don't you
constantly.
think that, like, that's Boogie? Boogie would have been an incredible minister for information.
What's funny about the Iranian, like that element of it, like what they're doing is they've been bolstered by AI basically. So they just put out endless AI videos of like Black Hawks getting shot down and like cartoonish representations of like aircraft carriers being bombed, being like, yes, we just took out the what's the aircraft carrier in the Gulf at the moment? The Washington. What is it? One of them's in the Gulf or whatever, and like they show videos of like their jets taking it out, and it's always the dumbest shit. Oh, it's so good. I love it. It is actually funny.
Oh, it's hilarious. It's so good.
Mm-hmm.
It's he's a harmless that, isn't he? It's like, I don't think that I've seen many people. He's one of a kind. He's one of a kind. There is just something that's like, it's really strange, but he's one of those very few people that as soon as you know about him, you just want to know every little update about him.
Yeah, and that's why I followed him so hardcore. I couldn't look away.
No, your life
just
makes
too
sense now,
entertaining.
Jackson.
I also, you said that his weight is funny. I genuinely do not care about his weight at all. I think his weight is the least interesting aspect of Boogie. I've always said that. He always uses it as a defensive, shield of blubber in front of him to protect himself from insults. When I don't give a fuck that he's fat. I don't give a fuck that he's obese or anything like that. It's not interesting. What's interesting is his mental hang-ups, basically, like this.
Oh, no, it's so good.
The fact that he sat there for 4 hours, had a running pool of people coming in and guaranteeing, hey, I'll give you $80,000 plus a trip to fucking Disneyland or whatever. If you just show us a censored picture of your medical records proving that you have cancer, since you've been saying you've had cancer for 2 years. And he sits there and takes it for 4 hours and pretends like that's his line in the sand where he's heroic for daring to keep a shred of his privacy intact. That has nothing, absolutely nothing to do with his weight.
Nah.
Just to make that abundantly clear.
Yeah.
Nothing. I would be just as interested in Boogie if he was a sexy little twink, for example, with something in his brain that's interesting to me.
Yes. Yes, let's
Not his
move
body.
past the skin-deep trivialities of Boogie.
Exactly. I don't
and
see
laugh at the
weight.
sweet mental illness within.
I don't see
I don't
weight.
see weight.
It's
I
a real
see
issue.
lols. Thank you.
After this bombshell of a podcast, Coffeezilla quickly came back into the fray to quite rightly question whether money from Boogie's crypto scam actually went. As we already know, he originally claimed he went through with the scam because he was desperate for money. Let's have a listen to that.
He used.
I'm in pretty dire need of money. I have a lot of medical bills, and I'm fighting cancer.
And more specifically,
Again, that was 10 days before this happened. I think this second video that Coffee posted was basically like an off-the-record conversation with Boogie, as in like conversation before the interview or whatever, or just ancillary conversations with Boogie that he has now thrown together in this because it contradicts himself massively.
why he had to promote the coin and couldn't pay back $5,000.
The money's already spent. It's at Mercy Hospital right now. It's gone. I used it to pay debts.
I'll be honest, I have no idea if Boogie is faking cancer. I also don't understand why he wouldn't just show it if he had a diagnosis, but
Yeah. As we already know, he originally claimed he went through the scam because he was desperate for money and that he used all the cash to pay for his bills for cancer treatment. But if he didn't actually have cancer, then where did that money go? Boogie agreed to share his expenses for the month with Coffee, but was only able to show actual receipts to the hospital for around $214, not the $5,000 that he originally claimed. Boogie then lost his cool on the phone and completely backtracked on his statement.
wait, that's on June 28th. That's on June 28th. You showed me a payment for $550 on June 28th, which is after we talked, after you told me the money was all gone.
Yes! Have you never heard of the colloquialism? Yeah, that money's all gone. It's all spent. I have a specific thing I need to do with it. Have you never heard that colloquialism? Use fucking Google then. It's very common.
Jesus. when did Boogie start losing it, Jackson? Where in the timeline? When did he start doing that kind of stuff?
Oh,
'Cause like in my own spare time, I started looking into lolcow, and he does that a lot on that podcast. But like, you know, when he used to be known as the kids used to say, the Mr. Rogers of the internet. I'm sure Mr. Rogers wasn't.
He started losing it.
Coffeezilla, you're a liar, huh?
Well, maybe not to other YouTubers, but he started basically as soon as his ex-wife left him, like in 2016, that time period.
Interesting. Okay, so you really see like the ex-wife thing as a huge juncture in his life.
Yeah, I think that's where he lost control. He didn't have someone that was really there to ground him or help him basically facilitate his image better.
Yeah,
I think that
which
was the main.
You can't blame her for anyway.
Why would I blame her for that?
Well, are you, Jackson? It's just.
I think it's all her fault. She lied about it through him, about the cancer. She gave him the cancer. No, of course not. It
you
wasn't her
said that
fault.
you didn't have an interesting spin on this issue.
No,
and here you are just busting it out. You know where I think this
Boogie's innocent. It's his bitch ex-wife.
Jackson's thought about this too much.
No, she. I mean, I very clearly, like, she knew before everyone else how much of a fucking pig Boogie is and how much of a liar and emotionally manipulative, abusive person he is. Of course she would have, which is why she left him. So, of course. This like after 2016, like, there are countless examples that I can think of off the top of my head where he basically acts that way, not to other YouTubers, but like there's many threads out there of him reaching out to like fans who have had an issue with him or said that what he did wasn't cool or something. And then he reaches out to them and emotionally manipulates them very explosively through text. But voice calls, no. Like that started probably around like this time period.
Okay.
When everyone was against him at this point.
I'm saying.
I'm not used to this level of scrutiny.
I'm not used to people fact checking me like this.
Oh, you gotta love that.
Usually lies are easier to get away with.
Yeah.
What's happening?
I can tell. Yes. Yes. Okay, so I have a big problem with this because looking back at what Boogie said, it wasn't just the money's gone, which already means very specifically the money's gone, but he also says the money's at Mercy Hospital right now, which is a colloquialism I've never heard before. If you mean it's not at Mercy Hospital.
It's at Mercy Hospital right now.
But even being as
he's such a fucking liar. So again, basically, Coffee's saying, he showed me his records and stuff, the transactions. He didn't actually pay the hospital until like 2 or 3 days after he said that, and in fact, he didn't spend $5,000 there. He spent $214. So lied about it. He said the money's already at Mercy Hospital right now. It's gone. Rather, he now meant that the money was hypothetically at the hospital yet to be paid to them, but put aside in his account for those expenses. Boogie then I'm gonna restart that one. Yep.
You need to take a break?
Nah, I'm good. Boogie then exasperatedly exclaimed, "I'm not used to this level of scrutiny."
Oh, that was just great. Oh.
So good.
Fuck.
Even when accounting for other expenses, such as a $1,000 credit card bill, which Coffee gave the benefit of the doubt and assumed that this was used on medical expenses, and a $550 payment after Boogie and Coffee spoke the first time about the crypto scam, he could still only get up to around $2,500 spent on so-called medical expenses for that month. And again, that's giving that $1,000 credit card bill the benefit of the doubt. Some of which didn't even go to Mercy Hospital. And judging by his start and end balances for the month in his bank account, it seemed that Boogie had still made a convenient profit of $5,000 for the month. When Coffee questioned this, Boogie simply claimed that he, quote, saved his ass off. Let's listen to that.
Thank you. Very happy to.
Boogie, can you explain exactly how you started the month with $800, ended it with $5,000? You're saying the $5,000 you made from a crypto scam has nothing to do with it.
I saved my ass off.
That's right. The $5,000.
And he's so the $5,000 profit for the month had nothing to do with the $5,000 he made from the crypto scam. Coffee then implored that he should refund that $5,000 from the scam, to which Boogie refused.
Hey, Boogie, you need to pay that $5,000 back. You need to find a way to refund people.
You, it's spent. If I do, I won't have.
It's not spent. You have $5,000.
No, well, I can't. I won't have mortgage.
But this is totally.
God, what a fucking piece of shit. Coffeezilla rounded out his video. So now it's not about his cancer. Now it's not about his cancer. Now it's about his mortgage. He can't do that. Eventually, it's going to turn into, I can't do that. I need to play the brand new video game that's coming out. Coffeezilla rounded out his video by showing yet another glimpse into Boogie's manipulative nature, explaining how he continually moved the goalposts of his defense about the whole situation, before also showing how differently Boogie spoke to him behind the scenes as well, where Boogie's personality shifted completely to a more conniving variant. Yet more evidence as to Boogie's true character.
This guy is so manipulative. He has managed to move the story from the money's at Mercy Hospital right now to, well, I have $2,500 of medical expenses at some point in the month, to, well, the reason I'm ending the month with $5,000 is because I'm such a great saver and I needed to pay my mortgage, to, no, actually that mortgage was paid for too. The last point I want to address is the accusations he made against me on his show. He says he should have never taken a call with me. He says I recorded him without his consent, despite me telling him up front this was all going to be public.
For audio listeners, it's a message from Coffeezilla in DMs to Boogie that reads, "Welp, I'll be discussing this publicly. Would you like to comment on the story? I can give you a call to explain yourself." Basically confirming, hey, Boogie, I see the drama currently with your crypto coin. I'll be discussing this publicly, of course, because it's in my realm of, expertise.
Yeah, remit, yep.
Would you like to comment on the story that I'm going to be discussing publicly so that you can explain your side? I can give you a call to explain yourself. Obviously, the inherent insinuation there is that the call would be recorded as you are commenting on the story, of course. Yeah. So completely Coffeezilla is in the right there. No doubt there.
And that I was approaching him for comment. This guy now acts like I tricked him.
I should have never talked to Coffeezilla to begin with. It was a joke, Coffeezilla.
Who told you that?
Of course you fucking did. Much less the second fucking time. Then in this, by the way, Coffeezilla records you without telling you he records you.
That's not
Name
true.
a YouTuber does that.
He told
me. No,
me.
he did in the first time. In the first time.
Well, I think it's worth showing you then how he talked about me behind the scenes when he spoke with me because it was very different.
Yeah, let me guess. He gasses him up. Of course he does.
Is that what he does?
What he's saying
Yeah, he always
now.
does
Now
that.
he's saying I'm taking him out of context, that he didn't know what was going on. Here's what he was saying back then.
Amount of integrity. I really, really appreciate it.
Hey, no. I mean, to be honest, I'm happy to do it. It's something that I really like people to know ahead of time. I mean, it's not.
Yeah.
I try to play a long game with YouTube. I'm not interested in like a quick video. Like, who cares? Like, I'd rather, you know, you look better and you get your point across than.
Thank you. And it shows that you have the integrity that I believe you did. 110%. It means so much. Many YouTubers would not have done that for me, and you did, and I think that's incredible. And no matter what you have to say in this video, I'll never have a bad thing to say about you. Even on the show.
3 days later, on
Boogie have a
Local
bit of that
Live.
Trump thing of like, you're the best man. But some people say that he's one of the best human beings on earth. I like to think so. Then he says like one disparaging remark. He's a terrible human being, a total liar. I've always hated him. He's a very bad man. Like, does he do that a lot?
Yeah, in private, he will gas you up and, you know, compliment you and stuff. I think there was a. No, I'll need to come back to that later. It's not fresh enough in my memory, but there's a really prime example of that where basically, I think it was with Mudahar at an event that Mudahar went to with Keemstar basically, and Mudahar and Boogie had been fighting for weeks up until that point on Twitter and stuff, and they had been like throwing insults at each other. Like Mudahar was very genuine about his dislike for Boogie. I think it was around the crypto scam time. Basically calling him a liar, etc., and a scam artist. And Boogie was throwing that back at Mudahar, basically being like, you know, you're a piece of shit. You remember before when he was like insulting other YouTubers in that WhatsApp group or that Telegram group? Like he was saying like, you guys need to go after the other YouTubers. They just see me as a fat guy. That's why they hate me, because I'm successful and fat. That's why they hate me. That kind of shit. He was basically saying that about Mudahar. Like he was claiming that Mudahar was you know, fat phobic or whatever, all those kinds of buzzwords. He was pushing back publicly against Mudahar and being like, you should unsubscribe to him. You shouldn't like Mudahar. He's disingenuous, blah, blah, blah. Like insulting him. And then they both go to the same event, the party. Mudahar wants nothing to do with him at the party, but Boogie's trying to do like the nice guy routine. Of
really?
Like fluffing him up at the party, being like, you know, he's got that shtick of like, well, it's all that publicity online is good. We need to continue, you know, those fights and stuff online. And meanwhile, Mudah's like, I actually hate you. Like, it's not an act, Boogie. I genuinely hate you. And Boogie,
come on, Mudahar.
Yeah, Boogie's like, he's fluffing him up, being like, yeah, no, we can be friends and stuff. I really
We're
like your
cool.
content. I like your content, man. That kind of shit. Like,
Yes.
And I've heard stories about how he does that at conventions with other YouTubers and stuff. Not naming names, obviously, but it's a tried and true method of Boogie. He's very disingenuous off camera or on camera. No, he's disingenuous off camera.
Disingenuous, full
of course,
stop. Like whatever he thinks is going to work.
Of course, he genuinely hates Mudahar, but then as soon as Mudahar's in front of him, he wants to suckle up to him and, you know, try to get on his good side, basically.
Yeah.
Like even on the local podcast where my job is going to be to attack you back, I'm just not going to do it. I'm like, no, I think coffee was fair. I'll be genuine. Okay.
Okay, thanks, Ben.
What?
Appreciate it.
Of course.
Say
I
that.
really appreciate you. Thank you, man.
Have a good night. Have a good night.
It's incredible that he goes the extra mile as well. I like how he just always goes out of his way to make himself look bad.
Off camera, he is very disingenuous. Like, I don't remember if we've told this story on the official podcast before, but when he was on the show about, I want to say like it was shortly after his divorce. It was a long time ago. So he came on the show because we had a lot of guests on during that time period.
Yes.
And this was before I even knew anything about him. I started like watching him closely after that episode, and I was like, okay, there's something going on here that's kind of funny. I got to keep an eye on this.
Yes.
But by that point, I didn't know anything about him. So during the episode, I was like, all right, this guy's nice. He's friendly. He's funny. He can hold a conversation. He's very good at keeping an engaging conversation going, etc.
Yeah.
Like I enjoyed that podcast basically.
Yeah.
And then we were chilling after the episode. We were all in a Discord call, or I think it was Skype at the time, a Skype call, just chilling and chatting basically after the show, like we usually would do. And we were talking to him. And yes, this is technically off the record, but I don't care at this point because he's a proven liar who lies about cancer and stuff. He doesn't deserve my respect. He was talking
about has sailed.
He was basically bragging about getting head from some young chick, and he's like bragging about it. You remember how he was bragging on the H3 podcast about, they asked him how young his girlfriends were at that moment, and he like kind of blushes and giggles and says they're young, not old enough to drink yet. Thinking that it makes him look like a Chad instead of a slimy, fucking gross creep, basically. At that, he did the exact same thing to us after the official podcast. Like we're just sitting there chilling and chatting. We weren't even really talking about anything like that, and he just brings it out of the blue, basically being like, "Oh, guys, I've been getting head from this fucking hot ass redhead young thing." It was just the most fucking disgusting, slimy shit. And I remember thinking at the time, like, okay.
But is that what you guys were like? You were just like, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. I gotta go.
I gotta go, man. Yeah.
I think we did. I think after that point,
rocking in the free world.
Yeah, we're like, yeah, okay, sick, man. We're time to go.
Okay. Yeah.
But I remember thinking, like, Jesus, this is like such a total whiplash compared to what, like, the Boogie that I know at that point or knew at that point. Like this nice guy, married, really, sweet guy, and then afterwards he's like, just the raunchiest, fucking braggadocious, womanizing kind of style guy that I had. Honestly, the worst YouTuber in that respect that I talked to after a podcast. Being like, most of the people that we would talk to on the podcast, they kept that character up after the podcast when they were talking to us. As soon as we stopped, well, maybe not. But they were consistent. They were consistent.
Yeah.
Whereas after the Boogie episode, like we hit stop recording and we're all chilling, and then he comes in like a complete 180. Like you can hear it in his voice as well. Like it's a completely different tone. Like you just heard it there with Coffeezilla. Like it sounds completely different. And he's just, it was gross. I don't know how else to say it. It was really gross. I don't care that he was having sex or anything, but like just the way he was talking about it.
Describing it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it sounded very much like, man, the way that the things that he was into, remember when he was just going through the list of pornography and also trying to sound really cool in his own mind of like, when I go for a job interview, do they know what I've looked up online?
Yeah. That
remember
quote
that?
always makes me laugh. Yeah.
Yeah, I know, because it's just like in his mind,
he's a Chad.
Gooning is Chad.
Yeah. Remember it was something like
I've looked at some really explicit content. And
when I'm in a job interview, does the job interviewer lady know how many orgies I've participated in, how many gangbangs I've filmed, shit like that? That's what the quote was. It's like,
yeah.
I'm gonna hazard a guess and say 0. Boogie.
Hazard a guess. Yeah. I would have guessed the same thing.
So pathetic, man. So disingenuous. I don't think there's a single genuine element of Boogie.
Yeah, me neither. I don't think so either. It's that last little piece that you showed me. It really is the sign of somebody who is disingenuous, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It's that sort of Persian rug salesman thing, kind of just being like, hello, friend, come in, this genuine quality. Sit, my friend, sit. It's like that kind of level of like ingratiating.
Yeah.
And that's what he does. Huh?
I said, yeah.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. When Boogie returned to the Locale podcast a few days later on the 15th, his new angle was to double down and personally attack Destiny's reputation. In his retort to Destiny, Boogie intentionally sent a clip from a Destiny stream to Keemstar, which included gore videos of dead children. Not going to share that. Not going to show that clip, but yes, that happened. I think we can show this.
Destiny's a fucking lolcow. I've looked into that guy over the last couple of days. And whether it's him defending rapists in jail, whether it's him laughing at the murder of a fireman, whether it's him backing Israel,
He's hitting all the fucking talking points.
So good.
whether it's him saying he's in
I've
favor
done
of
deep dive.
genocide, and I have
Yeah.
all these receipts, by the way.
By
By the way, hold on. You know, we're gonna
I have the receipts, guys. You won't believe it. As if like Destiny's not incredibly proud of all those statements and won't like prove it himself. Basically, this isn't
Yeah.
contentious
Also, on
if you
top
know
of that,
anything
like
about
it's
Destiny.
just that it's every single time he's hitting all the Redditor points, isn't he? It's just like, I have the receipts, I've done the deep dive, and it's like, what you've done is look up the stock standard talking points, you know, and like it's just like always just talking it up as being like, no, I am well aware of my opponent, you know.
Yeah, all he did there
So,
was look
he
up what
went on
other
Twitter.
people
Who bitch
were
about it.
angry at Destiny, and then just took their like the main things that they're angry at him for. And they're
Yeah.
like, can you believe this? How can you guys believe a word out of Destiny? He supports Israel.
Yeah.
Oh!
Are you aware of that? Yeah.
Fucking, he's nothing more desperate, I think, than Boogie in this period of his life where he's using shit like that, trying to discredit Destiny. Which, yes, Destiny is a figure of his own.
Yes, and this
controversies,
also
for sure.
got him like the most feedback, didn't it?
What do you mean?
Sorry, not feedback, blowback.
Oh yeah. I mean, you're lying about cancer.
So this is like this.
But
is
it was also
incomparable
on the
to anything
momentum.
that he's ever experienced in
No,
his career.
of course not. This was trending on Twitter kind of stuff, like at the top.
Yeah.
This was and also he was already kind of in the limelight to some degree because of the crypto scam. So this was off the back of that. And then meanwhile, you have massive streamers and stuff coming in and engaging with this drama. Like again, Destiny was on there, XQC was on there, a lot of Mutaha was on there. Like a lot of figures were involving themselves in this and pushing it out into the mainstream. Like I genuinely think this was mainstream news for a bit. Maybe not in the sense that it was like running on, you know, network television or whatever, but everyone on the internet knew about it at the same time, kind of thing. Yeah, so let's listen to this one.
Fucking joke, you dummy, Boogie.
Oh my God.
That was a joke.
All right, cool.
Boogie.
Oh, how
Yeah,
about,
like,
here's another one. Here's another one where you got busted.
Boogie. Hold on. Stop. Listen to what I'm saying.
What?
Don't send me videos of kids dying to play on fucking stream. Like,
Yeah,
come on.
That's
Jesus.
fair.
Come on,
That's
bro.
fair.
What are you doing?
Well, this is just Andrew Tate reading some of his DMs. So let's try that one. Maybe that's interesting.
Is there more?
Okay, so yeah, he's getting scolded by Keemstar there because he fucking stupidly sent Keemstar a video of dead children to play on the stream, which is
Why?
not good. Because apparently it was involved with Destiny to some degree. So he's like saying, look what Destiny did, and then he did it himself. Throughout the podcast,
Sorry, let's look at this one instead.
throughout the podcast, threats and offers were thrown around for hours, including Keemstar threatening to fire him. Let's listen to that. So this is where Keemstar threatens to fire him.
Like it.
I
It's
almost
gross.
want to fire you. I almost want to fire you because this is so stupid.
Well, please don't.
Oh, please don't.
Yeah, well, I need this job.
Please don't. I need it. I need the money. Fuck, that's pathetic.
Oh, that's so good.
Please don't, Daddy Keemstar.
I need this. I really do.
With Boogie finally losing the plot where he screams about how one of his friends had previously died of cancer. Let's listen to that.
Who have this fucking cancer,
she prove
and I
it to
have
you?
to see
Did she
people
fucking-
die,
did she prove it to you?
people who are
My
on their
dad found-
deathbed far
my
younger
dad
than you.
found it his
Yeah,
own
you should
fucking-
be fired. You should be
My
removed
dad
off the
found it his
platform.
own
Hell,
fucking-
you are the
my
worst
dad
fucking
died
person
of
I have
fucking
ever seen
lung
on this
cancer.
platform.
I watched
You
my
are
fucking-
absolutely
I
one of
watched
the
my
worst
best
people I have ever
friend
seen,
of
dude.
fucking
God
30
damn.
years die
Jesus
of fucking
Christ.
breast cancer
That's so fucking. I don't believe any.
Okay, so what did he say there? I watched my
can't hear
best
it.
friend. I think he said I had watched my best friend of 20 years or 30 years die of cancer.
Anything that's happened.
Let's
to
go
me.
back.
You are absolutely one of the worst people I have ever seen, dude. God damn.
years die
Jesus
of fucking
Christ.
breast cancer.
That's so
spread
fucking.
through
I don't
brain.
believe anything that's happened in your
Hey,
fucking
I
past.
don't
You
give a
lying
fuck.
sack of
Hey,
shit,
my
bro.
fucking dad died
God
of black
damn.
lung that
Yeah,
led
whatever,
to fucking
dude.
lung cancer that killed
Yeah,
him.
I'm sure he did.
My
I'm
mom
sure he
health
did.
fantasy drowned in his
I'm sure,
fucking
bro.
blood. Died in
Boogie.
2000 fucking
Boogie.
one.
I'm sure he did. You
Boogie,
you can open up about
Stop.
everything else except that.
And
Stop.
Danielle Mooney died of
expect
fucking breast cancer.
There we go. That's his friend Danielle something died of breast
He
cancer.
can expose everything about his life except
for her
that
2
one
days
thing that
before
will prove
she
him
died.
wrong.
She died with a
He would
fucking
destroy everything that
in
was
her
just-
in her fucking
everything
hand.
else in life.
And I would never lie about cancer.
Okay.
And
I remember that.
Fuck, so good.
So yeah, he was basically losing the plot where he screams about how one of his friends had died of cancer. So basically saying, how fucking dare you accuse me of lying about cancer? One of my best friends died of cancer. I would never lie about cancer. It's a serious thing. Well, this wasn't in the original script. I added this. I wanted to throw this clip up because I think it's incredibly relevant. This is Boogie's comments about said friend.
And so fuck her. And now she's dead.
And
Actually, both of them are dead. The girl is dead. My mom is dead. Everyone I know and love is dead.
Wait, the girl died?
Whoa.
She died of 39 of like fucking lung cancer. She had breast cancer and they beat the breast cancer, but then the treatment for the breast cancer gave her lung cancer.
Oh my God. That sounds absolutely terrible.
Yeah, it was fucking awful. Yeah.
I'm sorry you had to go through that, bro.
Yeah, that's okay. All right. I mean, I didn't go through it. I'm still alive. She's dead.
Brutal.
I'm serious. You know, shit. Like, why do I get to complain? She's the one that has to be dead. You know, fuck.
Okay, so there's Boogie talking about his friend who died at 39 from lung cancer. Clearly a very a man,
that sort of
an
nerdy
empath.
laugh.
Yeah. I mean, you know it's bad when all of these fucking people, all of these fucking streamers, like the live streamers who say outrageous shit all the time and like Destiny's right there in the bottom left corner. I don't know where this is from. This is from a long time ago. Because he's still got the fucking, classic Francis kind of look. But yeah, even all these streamers are like, Jesus fucking Christ, Boogie. Like, what the fuck? Like, you're a fucking psychopath for laughing at a friend who died from cancer.
That is
like
really weird,
I get finding edgy humor in things and then or coping with things, traumatic things with comedy, of course. That's not what that was.
No,
that
wasn't that.
That was weird.
That was weird.
But then here, he's still using her.
I really don't understand why he was doing it. Like
suddenly now he's fighting. He's using her as a shield. The fucking his friend of 39 years or whatever who died from cancer as a shield, basically saying, my best friend died of cancer. You can't joke about cancer. You can't lie about cancer. I would never do that. Meanwhile, I just pulled up a clip from 10 years ago or whatever where he basically insults her for dying from cancer. Such a fucking scumbag, dude.
It's really, it was really gross. It really was.
Yeah. Anyway, this little rage session extended to him crying. Let's listen to that because I always like watching him cry.
I find it very hard to believe, and I'm not willing to disbelieve that three doctors you said diagnosed you.
No, that's why it fucking
none of them
sucks.
wanted to put it in the chart.
That's why it fucking sucks that I'm getting called by all of my favorite fucking creators
Oh my
a liar.
God. Nah.
You lied
can't.
1.5 years ago about a diagnosis.
No, I didn't, because he fucking told me. My doctor fucking told me I have cancer. God damn it. It's in my fucking medical charts. My brother's fucking seen it. Where's the fucking lie? My girlfriend sat there while he fucking said it. My brother's seen my medical charts.
Okay, and then he continues by eventually admitting this. This is important.
2 years getting treated for it. I've been told by my doctor for the last 2 years.
It's fine, Boogie. Just admit it's not on the portal.
It's not on there. I told you this. I have to do the verifying test.
All right.
I can send
You
you
don't have
blood
Bear
tests.
on the portal.
Okay, so there we go. That's the finally some movement. Remember before when I said it was important for you to remember when he said, "I've got my portal right here, but I'm not going to show you it." Basically, he said, "I'm looking at it right now." He said something to that effect, and I pointed it out at the time. Here he is a few days later, finally admitting that polycythemia vera diagnosis was not on his medical portal, despite multiple previous claims that it was.
I can give you blood test results.
If you don't have polycythemia vera you don't have it on the portal?
He doesn't have it on the portal. He tried to look for it.
There are other things that are not on the portal that we've talked about.
Okay.
And again, if I was a liar,
you don't have the cancer.
And again, if I was a liar, again, if I was a manipulator, I would have sent it. I would have sent a screenshot 3 days ago. I would have prepared something for this. The reality of it is, I just want to be genuine. I want to be honest with you. I'm telling you, I've been treated for cancer for 2 fucking
It took
years.
us 8 hours for this honesty.
I've been treated for cancer. I said all of this several times before.
No, you have not. You have not. This is the first time you said it in this series of events. But to be fair,
there's still plenty of proof in the portal. There's still blood tests that show
I'm not going to fire you. I'm not going to fire you. I'm not going to fire you.
Keen's loving it.
Boogie took to Twitter the same day stating that he did not lie about the diagnosis, but rather he jumped the gun following the initial doctor's appointment and that he should have waited before turning the affair into a public matter. Here's the tweet. Quote, according to the internet, I lied about cancer. However, for the last 2 years, I've been treating the symptoms of that cancer, blood tests, medications, and so much more. We still have one test left to do to verify which cancer it is. For now, we have been treating the polycythemia vera, which is the cancer they told me that I have. My brother has seen it in my medical charts. My girlfriend and best friend have been present when the doctor spoke of it. We are now doing more tests to confirm the polycythemia vera or determine if there is a second cancer present. We are starting with a colonoscopy to see if the cancer is present there, as I've shown signs that prostate cancer is present. I was panicked when my doctor told me I had cancer 2 years ago, and when I was in a vulnerable state, I shared that long before I should have. A vulnerable state. It was a stupid.
Oh, dude, I love how he's always just like, I am a supple virgin. It's every time.
It was the only thing I could do.
With me.
It was a stupid thing to do. I should have never jumped the gun like that. I have never done a GoFundMe. I have never asked my audience for money to treat this cancer. Not true. I never have and never will. In fact, in my years as a YouTuber, I've donated and helped raise tens of thousands of dollars to St. Jude's Cancer Research Hospital to help people suffering with cancer. You didn't do that out of the goodness of your heart, Boogie. You did that for arse pats. My father died of cancer. My best friend of... So here you go. You're actually using, again, actual cancer victims as a defensive shield to better your position. It's disgusting. He says, my father died of cancer. My best friend from childhood died of cancer. My friend John, Total Biscuit, died of cancer. Total Biscuit's a big YouTuber, if you don't know, who had previously died of cancer back in like 2015. So using all of these people as shields is actually disgusting. Lying about cancer is one thing. To then go on and in a defensive routine of using actual people who have died from cancer to try to salvage your situation, I mean, it's absolutely disgusting. Cancer is not something I would ever lie about, but I should have waited for the final test to be done and not just repeated what my doctor had to say that day. All right, now you're blaming your doctor as well. I know who I believe in this situation. I'm sorry that I ever spoke. I'm sorry that I ever spoke of it. And moving forward, no matter what happens, I will not speak of it publicly. I consider this a closed matter, and now we'll make sure it remains a private battle.
This interview is over.
I'm sure I will make sure it remains a private battle that is shared only with my closest loved ones. I'm sorry for those hurt or offended by either the rumors that have floated around or my actions when I spoke too early about my cancer. Of all the mistakes and fuck-ups I've ever made in this life, well, this was the one that will haunt me to the bitter end, as it should. I'm genuinely sorry. And then he's claiming that he didn't lie about cancer here still, but if I scroll down, there's reader added context here that says Boogie has admitted to lying about cancer, and then a link to a YouTube video. So that's a little bit of a spoiler for what's to come. After an exhausting amount of heated arguments across the span of a week, Boogie finally conceded. In another sit down with Keemstar and Destiny, it was revealed that Boogie could not verify that he had cancer. So again, this is after that tweet.
What is the theme for this episode? What are we talking about, Keemstar?
Well, Boogie has finally admitted that he has no confirmation that he has cancer.
Okay.
The theme of this episode is, will Boogie get fired from the show? We decided he has to get fired. I mean, this is like pretty up. We're trying to think of ways.
You notice how contrite Boogie is, how his setup behind him has changed from all the fucking toys and little cheap knickknacks that are usually in his background, and now it's just a wooden wall. So the insinuation there is, look, he's come here genuinely.
Yeah.
As what's his name? Stephen. He's come here genuinely to beg for your forgiveness. He's got rid of all of his toys and his cheap knickknacks and stuff like that. He's got rid of it all. He's making amends. He's growing up finally at the age of 46.
Yes.
Yes. He's gotten rid of that. Well, no, not actually. You see, because this is a fake wall that he's just put up in front of all the toys, which is probably still behind it.
Oh my god, it's so close to him. I didn't even notice.
Yeah, it's so close to him. So even that is disingenuous. He's put up a fake little timber wall behind him to make it look like he's gotten rid of all of his possessions and stuff.
Yeah, it's construction boards. Okay.
That's so pathetic. So even his attempt at looking genuine is itself disingenuous.
He can earn his will back and punishments. He giving the play button to me. It's already being mailed to my house. We're going to put out for auction. That money will go to charity. He bought a Medicare hat. Medicare actually has cancer.
No, I'm getting the puzzle.
He's not a... Well, get the hat, because we need to see you with that hat for sure.
Oh, okay.
And then also, what else did we talk about? Mountain Dew. You're never allowed. He's never allowed to drink Mountain Dew again because that is so unhealthy. And one of the main risks of this disease is that he could have a stroke or heart attack. And he kept saying that and using that for manipulation. But here you are not doing anything about your weight. You're drinking Mountain Dew. So that was another thing.
Well, again, I only drink diet. And it's
we don't need to continue.
That's perfect. He did the fat guy thing. Hey, this is diet.
So this was a serious...
Great. As soon as he starts speaking, you go into a lull. I enter a happy place immediately. Like all my problems go away. Modern Greek tragedy. Continue. Oh, the full movie.
I'll make it as short and sweet as I can.
Hang on. Just pause this for a second. Is this from a YouTube channel called Breaking Banquet?
We took my blood test. We found elevated red blood cell counts, and then we looked for other markers. We found those markers. They determined that it was certainly polycythemia, potentially polycythemia vera, and they were going to treat me as if it was polycythemia vera. And that's what we've done for the last 2 years with the plan to always eventually get this bone marrow test. But again, I never wanted to get it done because it's stupid. It's painful. My friend Marie, I was talking to her about it last night. She said she had it done. She literally asked me not to ever get it done. She's fighting cancer herself.
There we go. There's another person who, he absolves the guilt onto, basically, because he's been told to do a certain thing, and of course he trusts that person.
It's Marie.
Yeah, it's constant. It's constant. You notice
it
it
is
so
constant.
much.
And she says it's not worth it. And as time went on, I became aware that it might not be. And now we are at a point where he's concerned about what's causing the markers. So we have a colonoscopy planned. And we probably, if we don't find anything there, we're going to move on to the bone marrow thing unless there's something else that he wants to do. And we're just going to keep trying to bullseye whatever is going wrong. But I mean...
But you could still have the disease that's not cancer, right?
Yes, I certainly have at least that. That is a symptom.
I certainly have the polycythemia, secondary polycythemia, so not the cancer.
Polycythemia secondary is basically a symptom, and something has to be causing it. The things that can cause it are things like lack of oxygen or being extremely dehydrated when they take the blood.
That's not how I understand it. I understand it that one is cancer and one isn't cancer. What you just said is if you have the one that's not cancer, it means you have cancer somewhere else.
Well, polycythemia secondary is a symptom, right? Polycythemia vera is a diagnosis, is a cancer. And so at the very least, I have the symptom of polycythemia and something is causing it. And it is possible that it is the cancer.
And it is possible that you don't have cancer.
Right. It could be something else. Maybe I'm not getting enough sleep.
Yeah, so he doesn't know. Again, he's made the claim for 2 years that he has cancer. What he is confirming right now is that he does not know for sure that he has cancer. Ergo, he has lied for 2 years about cancer. It is confirmed at this point.
Maybe my CPAP machine is not working. Hasn't been working for the last 2 years. That we've tried to roll all of that out. That's why we did the sleep study that you see in the documentary. Turns out I'm sleeping fine. Could be.
Do you understand the gravity of how bad this is?
Yes, absolutely. In fact,
That's
right
why
now,
I did it.
and I have it queued up, ready to go, regardless of whether or not you kick me off of the show, I'm donating $1,000, basically, to St. Jude's.
Wow.
Oh, you're
how contrite is he? And remember, he just scammed his audience out of $5,000 the month before.
I'm pulling that trigger right now.
Here's another thing.
Jesus fucking Christ.
I made Boogie do is I made him mail me the play button. All right. So his 1 million sub play button is being sent to my house. And I don't know exactly the plan, but the initial thought in my head is that we'd auction it off. Whatever money we get for it goes to some type of cancer research. Because, like,
well, I would like to ask that it's St. Jude's. And the reason I'd like to ask that it's St. Jude's is because they do two things that are very important. And I've raised money for St. Jude's many times before. What they do there is they treat children with cancer for entirely free. So if you have cancer and you appeal to St. Jude's, they will most likely treat your child's cancer for free. They'll also board the family so that they can be near the child. It's out of Memphis, Tennessee. It's a wonderful charity. It's also a research hospital. So what they do is they try to beat cancer. They are the people looking for the cure for all different types of cancer. So when you give money to St. Jude's, you're doing two things.
Why is he acting like a hero right now?
Because he is, Jackson.
Oh, what a good guy. Now that he's lied to you for 2 years about having cancer. Now all of you in the audience.
It's like such a 70s amount of money, isn't it?
Yeah. I just like the fact that he's using this to soapbox about how charitable he is now, actually, and how, like, everyone in the audience needs to be aware. Cancer's a real thing.
Yeah.
And it hurts lives. You can help fight cancer by going to stjudes.com.
Good boy.
This was a serious revelation and the most egregious and deceptive campaign of lying in his entire lying internet career. The resulting web of deceit and humiliating fallout would go down as arguably the worst ploy for relevancy by an online personality as large as Boogie ever. He was now in damage control. He acknowledged, whether or not you can even trust his newly revised claim, that he had Googled polycythemia vera following his consultation, which likely led to him self-diagnosing and rushing to tell the internet before he had official confirmation or diagnosis.
That's fair. That's true. I had to Google that.
Okay, yes. Which is what we thought.
Oh my
That's
God.
what we thought in the beginning. He probably told you that you have elevation, everything. You have polycythemia. You probably Googled that. You might have thought that he said Vera. Maybe he fucked up and said Vera, but he never said cancer. He never said cancer.
Said polycythemia vera many times. Many, many times.
Oh my God. What just happened? What just happened? Your doctor did not tell you you had cancer?
Correct. That's why this was the very first question I asked when I came on your show 3 or 4 days ago, because I knew that he never said it.
My basal cell carcinoma got referred to as a carcinoma, right? They call it by the name of what it is. They don't break it down in layman's terms. My doctor never did. He just told me what he's treating me for. Polycythemia.
Oh my God, dude.
Well, but he's treating it for you. You have to be diagnosed. You were diagnosed for it. Now it's like secondary polycythemia. This is the problem with like lying about the situation too. Literally, okay, so you accidentally lie. How malicious does it seem? And everybody in this call will agree. 6 days ago, you're sitting there like, I'm looking at my portal. It says polycythemia vera. I screenshotted it, and I'm not going to send it to any of you guys. And then, like, literally 72 hours later, you're like, oh wow, it's just not there. This is not just like.
Yeah, again, he said that it was on his, medical records. That was a lie. Clearly, he was well aware of what was happening here and how much lying he was doing. Now that the cat was out of the bag, the conversation descended into talks of suicidal ideation.
As genuine with the stuff as I can. It's been 5 years since I've talked about it and since I felt that way. But the reason I went through that is twofold. Number one, when they're talking about being suicidal, most of the time they don't really want to die. The people that just want to die, put a bullet in their head. I know. It's happened. People I love.
The way that he speaks.
When you're talking,
he's so good. I don't know. There's just something. Don't you think there was something very impressive about the cadence of? I know, it happened.
Yeah, it's like a shitty TV drama trailer, basically, like what you would see as a commercial in between episodes or whatever of what was to come.
Yeah,
like he has that kind of impact to what he says.
Yes,
he knows how to structure it for dramatic kind of impact,
doesn't he?
Yeah.
About you're just trying to find hope, man.
See,
even that you're just trying to find hope, man.
Happens.
He's a once in a generation
you can Google
talent.
this. Happens when pain outweighs hope, and I was in a tremendous amount of pain, and I was losing hope that it was going to get better.
No,
So I
he's
tried to figure it
beautiful.
out, but I kept going to the doctor because I was hopeful. I was hopeful that things would get better.
Oh, he's so good.
What is he talking about? So his suicidal ideation or his suicidal thoughts led him to eventually becoming hopeful, or he was hopeful at some point. So then he started going to the doctor, and then the doctor told him X, Y, and Z, and then his suicidal ideations took over again, and he focused on the cancer threat, and so he ran with cancer. Like, no, none of this happened. No, if it did, it wasn't to this degree. Literally, all that happened was he went to the doctors for a regular checkup because he's a morbidly obese man, and the doctor said, "Hey, you've got secondary polycythemia." Boogie was like, "Okay." Went home, Googled polycythemia, found out that polycythemia vera is a cancer, and then ran with that for A, relevancy, and B, for ask pats again from his audience. He's made a career of milking empathy from his audience, so of course he's going to use that.
I knew that I was going to live to this. I still choose it too, by the way. I'm so glad I'm still alive. I'm so glad I made the right choice. I'm so glad.
Can we stop the cringe impassioned speeches? Like, you still lie about everything. You lie about literally every single part of your life. You're going to continue to lie about almost everything.
Everything I just said was a lie, right? I wasn't, and now I am. I said I wasn't. So that's a lie, right?
Somebody clip that and put inspirational music to it. That was actually, I like that.
I'm just saying there are probably people out there watching this right now who are struggling with impulses, and if you're one of them, stick it out.
Oh my god, he's using the video where he confirms that he had just been lying about cancer for 2 years to paint himself as the good guy. How you too can be inspired.
I love that. I love how he does
to live like Boogie did.
The pattern always
he doesn't
goes,
regret a thing.
Is this the pattern? Is this the pattern? Someone, no. Like, I did this. I'm telling you, I did this. All right, I didn't do it, but that's because somebody else told me that this is the case. I've been struggling with this. I'm on the edge of death, and other people I know have been on the edge of death as well. And if you're in that edge of death, please consult the suicide hotline. Like, is that how it works?
Yes.
It's a nice construction. I don't know. Like, Destiny is very. Destiny seems to be unimpassioned by it, but it is inflamed.
No, because he does it all the time.
As a performer, I look at it and I'm just like, he's got talent. Damn it!
It's not genuine.
Hollywood. Huh?
Yes, you're right. He is an actor. That's basically what you're saying. He's trying desperately to claw back any kind of like good guy points that he can by making it look like he cares about you. If you've got suicidal ideations like he did, then
that's not a joke, man.
It gets better. It gets better.
It gets better.
And you can see that. Just look at me for inspiration. I'm clearly doing better now. Meanwhile, he's getting roasted by the internet for lying about cancer for 2 years. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about?
That's all I'm trying to say.
You're not. Shut up. Oh my god. It's like, give me a fuck cancer. Give me a cancer, guys. Give me a suicide.
Yeah,
my god. You were never. You love yourself way too much to ever kill yourself. Okay.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. No, he's right.
You're way too narcissistic. You would never be suicidal. You'd let the world burn to ashes around you before you even considered hurting yourself.
That's so true.
Man, no, I couldn't handle it. I couldn't handle that dress down.
It's so true, though.
Can you just imagine being in that scenario? Just think about yourself for a second. All right.
No.
What?
I refuse.
To even be in the room, or what are you refusing? Just to be oppositional, or what are you refusing?
I refuse to think about myself. You don't own me.
Not for 1 second. I'm too busy thinking of others.
Oh yeah, I'll think of someone else because I'm kind.
All right, just you imagine that it's Kira in that room for a second, because you're just so selfless that you can't.
Turned on now.
Yourself.
Continue.
Kira in a room with Boogie, the Gnome, Destiny.
Imagine getting cucked by Boogie. I think that would drive me to suicide.
Someone has been cucked by Boogie. That has definitely happened.
No, it hasn't. Continue.
Just imagine being in a room where Mutahar, Destiny, and Keemstar are scrutinizing you. Can you imagine?
And actually
in front of
successfully.
hundreds of thousands of people as well.
And successfully as well. Like
very successfully. And
you
you
make
don't have
them
a
look
leg to
like stand-up
on.
guys. Yeah.
And it's
my
being
God.
live streamed, and there's tens of thousands of people live streaming, let alone the secondary audience, which will be probably millions, right? But the actual audience there, no one is on your side. And there's those three guys just absolutely drilling. All for and also like all with particularly different talents as well. Like Mutahar just having like an extensive knowledge of the timeline, right? Because that's kind of what he is, like a chronicler of that kind of thing. You've got Destiny, who is just like, you know, the debate lord, you know, like he is the man that is good at finding the chinks of the armor. And then you have Keemstar, whose talent is finding the most humiliating point to attack for others' entertainment.
Turning you into the biggest clown that he can, basically. It's milking you for all your worth.
Oh my God.
No, he's good at that. He genuinely
It's
is.
truly like he's living a nightmare right now. He is living a nightmare.
And I don't think he understands like what situation he's in. I genuinely think he thinks he can manipulate his way out of it, basically.
Really?
Yeah, I think so. That's why he's doing all the things that Destiny's pointing out, basically, like the long, somber stories and the drawn out, the way he's even speaking, that like cadence and such. I think he genuinely believed that he would be able to talk his way out of it because that's all he's done for his entire life up until this point, basically. So why would he not think that?
Why wouldn't he?
And of course, he's friends with Keemstar and stuff, so he thinks he's got an ally in his corner, which to some degree he did because Keemstar, again, like you said, he's an expert milker of cows, and he of course is going to keep this cow around so that he can keep mooing and bringing in that revenue. So of course, to some degree, he is a friendly face in the corner. So now that the cat was out of the bag, the conversation descended into talks of suicidal ideation, with Boogie even going so far as to threaten to cut his wrist live on the stream in a fit of rage. Let's have a watch of that.
Damn, okay, let's.
Or like fucking Cartman's like, I've got golden dick. He's like, I've got this cancer, bro. Now I can fucking make
Okay, so
tons of
Boogie's
views,
walked in off frame and he's holding a kitchen knife.
After the Googling knife. Do not do anything with that knife. No.
No, he wants me to. He told me to, right?
No.
Oh, this is so much better than eating a sandwich
right now.
So much better than eating a sandwich, Destiny.
Put that away right
You
now.
fucking piece of shit.
Okay. All right. No.
That was the end.
Yeah. Keemstar immediately ended the stream and officially announced Boogie was fired from the Lolcow Live podcast.
God.
Right now.
So much better than eating a sandwich, Destiny.
Put that away right now.
Piece of shit.
Okay.
You piece of shit.
All right. No. Fucking no. No. God. What the
Even Keemstar's like,
no.
You know it's bad
In
when you
conclusion,
made
Boogie is
Keemstar have that
fired
effect.
from Lolcow Live. He would no longer be a host. I know I'm gonna get shit for ending that, but you know I have to, right? I hope everyone understands. Like I can't have that on YouTube like that. I have to end the stream. I have to. I can't even believe that. No. I don't know how to end this. I don't know how to end this.
Yeah.
Scattered
Jesus,
in
what do you
between.
do?
Scattered in between the several hours of what?
I suppose we should accomplish because that was what an end. What an end.
Scattered in.
peaks. Oh, that was. God, I wish I watched that whole thing. That is honestly a piece of history that happened there. I'm really glad that we got.
I also recommend
yes.
watching it from Destiny's angle because he was streaming that confrontation as well at the end when Boogie started threatening suicide against himself. Go check out Destiny's version of it because I'm pretty sure it continues on after that point. And like Destiny basically eggs him on. Is like, you're not gonna fucking do it, pussy. Shit like that. I'm pretty sure I remember that happening. I could be wrong. It's been a while, but yeah, it definitely continues on from Destiny's angle. Scattered in between the several hours of debating and fighting were also copious amounts of this.
Ladies and gentlemen, Destiny.
It is what it is. I mean, people have been saying this. Jackson Clarke's been saying this for 2 years.
There he
He
is.
asked for my medical records. I told him no. I'm going to tell Destiny no, too.
I never asked.
Why isn't you
I would
always
have handed it
getting
over
brought
to
up?
Jackson Clarke 2 years ago.
What was that, sorry?
Why are you always getting brought up?
I really don't know. I had one interaction with him on Twitter, which I will show you shortly, about how this all started.
Yeah.
In 2024, I think it was. When did this
Yeah.
happen? This was about 2024. So, I think maybe recency, the fact that I had started, or I had made a tweet basically calling him out for lying, and he latched onto that. I'm not sure.
I ain't never going to do it.
Then you
Ain't
lied.
never.
Then you
Go
lied.
right ahead.
Why the fuck would you lie about that?
I didn't. I'm telling you the same thing I told Jackson Clarke 2 years ago.
Jesus.
Go fuck yourself. It's my medical
He never did
records.
that.
Let's say you're not lying. All right.
I would have shared it 2 years ago if I was going to share it. I would have sent it to
Okay.
Jackson 2 years ago.
Okay.
Or prove him
Jesus.
wrong. And I'm not going to prove him wrong here because if I did, I was going to prove it to Jackson Clarke 2 years ago when he asked for it
Yeah.
then.
Well, this is a little bit bigger than Jackson Clarke. This is Destiny Local Live Drama Alert, and the whole fucking Twitter is popping
Jackson
off.
Clarke is Charlie. Jackson Clarke is Charlie.
I don't know who the fuck that is.
Why are you?
It's
That's
Charlie.
incredible.
Penguin
I
Zero?
don't know him.
Penguin Zero? You never heard of that guy?
Moist critical.
No, let him do what he wants to do. I don't, I made this bet a year ago, or 2 years ago, when I told Jackson Clarke and Penguin Zero no. Did one
Never
goddamn
happened.
thing with me, and this is a decision
incredible.
I made when Jackson Clarke demanded this shit 2 fucking years ago. It's a decision I'm fucking sticking to here.
I don't know who Jackson Clarke is.
I don't even know if I'm getting his name right. It's fucking Moist Critical's butt buddy. I don't fucking know.
Why do you keep
They do
calling
a
him
podcast
Jackson Clarke?
I don't know his real name. What is it?
What is Jackson Clarke's real name?
Let's get to the bottom of that.
Yeah,
Now,
it's a
the
real
accusation
mystery.
has been handled. Jackson, what have you got to say for yourself? What is
No, it's still going.
I don't know who the fuck that is. No one knows.
I literally don't know who we're talking about.
It's some guy who fucking works with Penguin Zero on his podcast.
Dude, there's no other
Here's
way.
who Jackson Clarke is. I'll send it in private chat. That's what I'm talking about. He asked for my
cares?
I told him to go fuck himself.
Who cares? Who cares about Jackson?
How
Have the win.
What's the reasoning behind that? Why are you letting him have the win?
Because as I said to Jackson Clarke 2 years ago, or at least said about
Jackson
it,
Clarke.
yeah, I am not sharing my medical records. I'm not sharing this with the internet. This is for me. I'm good.
How much money did Jackson Clarke get you to fucking say his name?
Yeah, I know, right?
I don't know.
Great advertising, yeah.
I mean, it's good. It's good
Jackson
for
Clarke.
Penguin Zero, Jackson Clarke, Penguin Zero, Jackson Clarke. Check it out. Buy Fattycoin there.
I know what this is. This is all Jackson's fault. We need to find him, whoever the fuck that is, and yell at him.
Jackson Clarke, bro.
Jackson Clarke, what are you doing?
Bastard.
You're content cucking us, Jackson. Good job. Blue balled us out of Boogie's medical records. Fucking nefarious Jackson Clarke does it again.
Boogie says he'll write an escrow right now if Boogie comes back and he'll up it to 60K.
No, he's not gonna. He's not gonna do it.
Wait, that means it's technically 75. We're almost to 100.
This is fucking ridiculous. This is his mortgage, is it not? How much does he owe on this fucking house?
140.
120?
140. Yeah.
140. That's over half, Boogie. Half of your remaining mortgage. Your mortgage payments would be ridiculously
His
small.
principles mean more to him, Jim, than any money that you might have.
You don't know.
I got one from fucking Mr. Medicare that came
hey,
through.
Medicare. How are you?
And he says, look at the camera, Boogie, and say, Jackson Clarke was right about everything, and I'm a disgusting liar. And he was
Say it,
true and
Boogie.
honest. You should say that.
I was true and honest.
Jackson Clarke was right about everything.
Damn right I was.
He wasn't entirely, but
I was.
I'll say it anyway. Jackson Clarke was right about everything, and I'm a disgusting liar. And what was the last part?
And everything he said was true and honest.
And everything he said he believed to be true and honest.
Oh my god, there he goes again.
Cop out, Boogie.
You fucking pussy.
Oh,
So it was
come
pretty close to the
on.
truth.
Give him his moment of glory.
I wasn't fully diagnosed yet. I still may have it, and we are treating it. But yeah, he's. Thank you, Medicare.
So that was my involvement in the
Okay,
cancer
Jackson, what have you got to
saga.
say for yourself? What do you think? Okay, so you had
Well,
recency.
I'm sorry to
going for
disappoint
you,
everyone.
But also, yes, it was just incredible that you existed. I hate this phrase from Twitter, but we are talking about Twitter, rent-free in his head.
Yeah, seriously. Well, I was when this first happened, when those streams started occurring and people were tweeting at me saying like, "What the fuck? Check it out." I was surprised because yes, there were a few times that I tweeted at Boogie or tweeted about Boogie, not even tweeted to Boogie, just tweeted about Boogie's lies in the past. Like maybe probably close to like 5 times over 5 years, basically. I didn't know that I had that much of an impact on him. I'll be completely honest. I was completely shocked when that shit started coming out and he was endlessly saying my name all stream as if I was the arbiter of truth when it came to exposing his lies. Because yes, while I was an ardent follower of, chronicling his lies myself personally, like, again, I only put out maybe like 4 or 5 tweets in that time period about the subject, like a very small amount. So I really honestly did not know I had that much of an impact on him. He did block me at some point and he did interact with me at one point on Twitter. And that's, I've got it up on screen right now. So Boogie had tweeted out saying that he's still holding 2.5 Ethereum and he's excited to see where it is. So and remember, this is at a time when he's like talking about being down on his luck, has no money, ebegging basically, and then the crypto scam and stuff. It was at the beginning of 2024, and then I replied to him saying, "You begged for money from your fans while still sitting on crypto?" ? Implying basically like, begging for money from your audience should be a last ditch effort. You should be selling everything before you start panhandling yourself and begging for money. So if you're sitting on crypto,
Reasonable,
like that should be one of the first investments to go, realistically.
Oh, of course. Yeah. Before the pinball machines. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And he said, yes, 2.5 Ethereum was worth very little at the time, which wasn't even enough to seek the first step in the cancer treatments I was needing. It seems smart to hold on to that case in case shit hit the fan. So I immediately realized here, okay, so he said it wasn't enough to the money, the Ethereum wasn't enough at the time to seek the first step in the cancer treatments I was needing, as in the cancer treatments that he was needing. In my head, I was like, well, wait, the begging came 1 month before he had come out and said anything about the cancer, right? So why would he even say that? Why would he even say like selling the Ethereum wouldn't be enough for the cancer treatments? So I said, I may have missed something and it's hard to keep track of it because of how much you've lied about stuff in the past, but you said you weren't officially diagnosed until over a month after that video. So basically I'm implying that he could have sold the Ethereum at that point, 1 month before the cancer treatments or the diagnosis, because he didn't know that he had cancer. So of course he could get rid of the investments and not need to ebeg basically. So that was my point. And the picture I posted showed that the video that he posted was in October 6th of 2022. That's the one where he ebegs. And then in November 16th, over a month later, he posted saying, hey, so I debated not sharing this. And then I've underlined the important part, but I got my official diagnosis today. So why not? I do in fact have a type of blood cancer called polycythemia vera. So immediately I'm like, okay, so what's going on here? Why? Like clearly there's some kind of inconsistency here if you're saying that you needed money a month before your official diagnosis for cancer treatments and yet you didn't get rid of your Ethereum as such. Like something's not tracking here. So I comment that basically and he goes on to say, that's correct. I made this video right after my doctor said it was most certainly polycythemia vera, but since I didn't have the official diagnosis yet, I wanted to wait until it was confirmed to tell everyone. I knew that if it turned out to be wrong and then didn't have it, even though I knew blah, 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 blah. To be more specific, I knew I was needing to see some new doctors and pay for some new tests to confirm the polycythemia vera. My savings was in the shitter and was hoping I could find some help in correcting the ship. In the end, I ended up selling parts of the crypto holdings, even though it was on the floor, to pay for those tests and get it verified and figure out what the treatment plan going forward was going to be. I should have just done that to begin with instead of ebegging, and you're right to call me out on that. But like I said, man, I panicked. Dying of cancer scares the fuck out of me, still does. And I said, I don't want you to have cancer, obviously, because of the history of lying. I don't know if you do or don't, but really you should have sold all of your investments first before begging for money from your fans, especially since you didn't bring up the cancer in that video. He said, I agree. If I had to do it over again, I would have done that, or at the very least waited to ask for help after I got the diagnosis. Hey, thanks for the civil discussion. It's rare these days in my timeline. And then he said, though, to be fair, I wanted to save the money to pay for things like housing and bills. Those took precedent in my mind. Treating the cancer didn't seem like it was worth being homeless over. Here I am still in a house, and I'm glad I held on to the money, or else I wouldn't have won. And then I said, and this was the end of it pretty much, I said, I'm not interested in kicking you while you're down, but objectively, it is just pretty scummy to manipulate your audience through e-begging so you can maintain your life when your own actions put you there in the first place. I don't remember you mentioning the $100,000 spent on prostitutes in that video, right? So that was the extent of the interaction. That was
and
the only.
I've got to say, tough but fair, Jackson. You know?
Yeah, I mean, again, at the time, I was
Mr. Clarke goes to Washington. You know,
I was like fairly sure, right? Like there was something fishy going on about the cancer diagnosis, but you don't want to be the one to be like, this guy is lying about cancer, because of course there's always the chance that he does actually have cancer.
Yeah.
So while I was suspicious, let's say, that he wasn't telling the truth, I never asked for his medical records. I never made any distinct claims that he was directly lying about cancer. I was asking for clarification on when he received the diagnosis and how that factored into his e-begging video. And apparently that was enough for him to then, about 6 months later, say my name 30 times in the span of an hour.
Incredible.
Basically.
Incredible.
This is the only interaction really that I've had with him about this. Nowhere in there did I ask for his medical records. Nowhere in there did I even really ask him to confirm that he had cancer or anything of that sort. I think that's fair to say. So to claim that he would have showed me his medical records because I asked for them, that never happened. None of the things that he claimed I said happened. So I'm really not. I'm really not sure. It does seem like I did say this underneath. Someone said, so basically, can you mow Boogie's lawn this summer? And I said, I wouldn't want to take his 20-year-old girlfriend's job.
Okay, all right. You kept it classy until then, and then he comes out with the bam, just the right hook. Gave him a good old fashioned. Yes, go on. Sorry.
To be fair, it was at the time when on Locale Live, Keemstar was trying to get him to go outside to mow the lawn and stuff, but he was making his girlfriend do it.
Yeah.
Which was, I had a problem with that as well. Like, that's gross.
Nah, you gave him a Wings of Redemption right hook. That was incredible, Jackson.
But that was it.
That is okay. Well, I understand why that got under his skin. I get it.
That was it, though. That was the only reaction. That was the only real thing that I said about it. And again, like, I kind of instinctively guessed or felt that he was lying about cancer, but there was no real proof surrounding it until Destiny himself went on Locale Live and confronted him about it in that way. I was fairly sure that he was not being completely honest. That's why I was like, there's a bit of a discrepancy here between you posting on November 16th about just getting your official diagnosis. Meanwhile, you were e-begging the month before, and now you're saying that you were e-begging that month because you knew you had cancer and you needed the money for the cancer. That's what he was saying. So, yeah, I mean, I felt something was up. But, and of course, like, my biases against Boogie, like, he's a known liar at this point. He lies about everything. So the instinct, of course, is to believe that he was lying.
Yes.
That's it, though. That's it. That's the only kind of interaction.
About as far as it went, yeah.
That's honestly it. Like,
That's the end of it.
I couldn't think of anything else. When he started saying my name on the streams and whatever, and people were sending me the link to it and being like, he's mentioning you a lot.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Yeah.
I trust me, I was just as confused as the rest of you. I was like, what the fuck? I mean, it was awesome. Don't get me wrong.
Yes,
it was really cool to know that just that level of questioning that I had initially took a few months beforehand had played on his mind that much.
It really did a lot, didn't it?
Yeah, that was kind of
like to the point that everyone was just like, why is he going on about?
Yeah, I definitely felt vindicated to some degree because
yeah.
Yeah.
It's incredible that you have that ability, Jackson.
Yeah, it was fun. Defeated and deflated, this fake diagnosis reveal was Boogie's swan song, yet through all of the concessions and shameful internet attention, it wouldn't be the end of the revelations and certainly not of the meltdowns. Boogie was truly in an absolute spiral by this point. Keemstar had already fired him from the podcast after the cancer drama and for his stunt with a knife. Boogie also technically owned 25% of the Lolcow podcast, so Keem bought his shares off him privately, but of course this wasn't the end of the story. Keem felt that he was in a tough position given the situation. One group of people wanted Boogie completely removed from the podcast and others wanted him to remain. As Keem put it, the show is supposed to be about lolcows and Boogie is a lolcow. The fact that there would have been a lot of money to be made from memberships during this period of drama for Boogie was probably also somewhat of a factor, though Keem conveniently didn't mention that. What Keem did mention, however, was that the questions about the legitimacy of his abuse allegations were once again in the limelight, and that if he was ever going to be part of the podcast again, they would have to address these accusations of lying as well. So remember that there's some claims that Boogie, again, based entirely off just the fact that Boogie lies about everything. Of course, now you have to go back and look at all of the claims he's made, including the copious amounts of claims of sexual abuse and physical abuse by family members, and start to actually wonder if he was being honest about those as well.
A new scandal came up about Boogie, which is him lying about his abuse. So I was sent...
Ooh, I didn't hear about this.
Yeah, he's allegedly has been saying throughout the years that different stories about his abuse, and they do not match up. Now, this is a known liar, a known manipulator, right? And here people have gone throughout the years and they got statements. In 2012, he said this. In 2016, he said this, and they don't match. They don't link up. So all this was put together on a screenshot, and I'll show you the screenshot in a minute, but I don't want to derail the show by looking for it. And so
you could look for it. I want to make a comment if you want to look for it.
Okay.
I love his voice.
I question Boogie on this particular point myself, because I never knew he was like in the situation where like he was lying about being, you know, abused as a child. I figured he got hit by his mother. But like I heard that he like had to give his like father a blowjob and jerk him off and all this other shit. And then we had his brother on the podcast variation of the show, and his brother stated that his father would come home work late. He mainly drunk. He was never mean to Boogie. And I'm like, this is the same guy that said he made Boogie give him a blowjob? Like it didn't add up in that situation. I called Boogie on it on a show probably about 3 or 4 episodes ago, and he kind of like swiped it under the rug.
Yeah. Yeah, these stories just are not linking up. They're not, people.
I want to see this picture that he's talking about.
I do have the graphic now. I'm going to throw it. All the...
Okay, that's a lot of... that's a lot of information. I'd like to find... But I'll find that picture later that they're showing on screen right here. And we'll talk about it in the epilogue.
Yes.
The next part. Because
no,
it
this
looks
does
like something...
very much seem like something that would trigger your autism, Jackson. Like
yes, this looks like something I would... It's a nice, a compendium of all these these lies, which I quite like the sound of. So I will partake in that later.
Yes.
A new Necronomicon for me. Reportedly, this didn't go well. The day before the podcast, Boogie supposedly outright refused to discuss his abuse on stream. Again, very similar to his claim. His refusal to show his medical records, which is never a good look if you're outright saying, no, we cannot talk about that at all. But this quickly began devolving into a meltdown while speaking on the phone with Keem and others. It got to the point where Keem had to call the police to perform a wellness check on Boogie because he was continually threatening suicide if the podcast went ahead, even after Keem said they wouldn't do it. When Keem told him the police would be coming, Boogie also said he'd get them to shoot him in the head. Eventually, after the police visited, Boogie and Keem spoke on the phone again, and Keem realized that Boogie's threats of suicide had been pure manipulation tactics to try to get his own way. Here's a good summary of the events here from Keemstar.
To get you up to date with what happened, Boogie was obviously fired from the show for faking cancer. I had to buy his shares out. A new allegations came out that he was lying about his, abuse and rape through his mother, his father, his sister. I confronted him about this privately, said we were going to talk about this on the show. He said he couldn't do that, and I said fine. And then 2 days later, he surprises me with kid behind the camera on the phone and starts threatening actual suicide with me. Not cool. Literally hung up that call, FaceTimed me, all right? Started pulling out his hair like hunks of fucking hair, putting pills in his mouth, being crazy.
Jesus.
Which forced me to call the cops on him. Not cool. I literally had to call the cops on this guy. I did not want to do that. That's the last thing I wanted to do. But I was worried. I let things calm down. I called him. I let him know that he needs to calm down because the cops are on their way. And he had me on speaker, and I can clearly hear his roommate and his girlfriend terrified in the background, also trying to calm him down. He then tells me, once he finds out the cops are coming, that he wants the cop to shoot him in the head.
So again, all of this is an example, and this is why I roll my eyes every time Boogie says he's not capable of emotional abuse because he was abused as a child. He always says that. He used to say that he's not an abusive person. He's not capable of it. This is textbook abuse. This is a textbook emotional abuse, manipulation.
It is.
His girlfriend in the background is terrified.
Yeah, the usual. It's a meme.
Yeah, I mean, it's so generic. He is an emotional abuser, and I can guarantee you he was doing this to his ex-wife as well. She would have been terrified out of her brain about Boogie.
It doesn't sound like it's a new trick, does it?
And you know, it's not a new trick. You know who else has made these claims? That Lucy Fox woman, the prostitute, who the call girl, or not the prostitute, sorry, the cam girl, who he was in a brief relationship with. What did she say? She said he was one of the most emotionally abusive people she's ever met, and he would constantly cry and scream and get angry about her if she ever dared to leave their home. So no, this is why I think it's absolutely ridiculous for people to even to think that it's all an act. It's not all an act. Boogie is an emotionally abusive person. When he actually goes full off the deep end, he will manipulate. He's a narcissist. He's not a covert narcissist. He's just a narcissist. He's one of the most emotionally manipulative and abusive people I think I've ever seen on the internet, really. So yeah, I think that's pretty clear, right?
I think so too. I think that you've actually really, you've really dug at that. No, he's done that for sure.
Boogie eventually joined the podcast due to fan demand, though he started completely flat and dejected, hardly responding to Keem Wings. Eventually, Keem started pushing some buttons and doing some manipulating of his own, trying to get Boogie to discuss the abuse allegations. Soon after, it was too much and Boogie snapped and started screaming about his alleged abuse. Let's watch.
Okay.
Yes,
why don't you just tell the audience?
I don't want to destroy a human life. Because I don't want to destroy someone's fucking life. Because I don't want to destroy somebody's
He's protecting his abuser. Look how heroic he is.
life. Because I don't want to destroy somebody's life. Because I don't want to destroy somebody's life.
Okay.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Yeah, wait a second. So this is an interesting thing. He's put himself in this situation where this is even a topic by talking about the abuse in the first place. You don't get to he's a liar, first of all, so you can't take anything with a grain. You've got to take everything with a grain of salt when it comes to Boogie. But I don't believe, if there was an abuser, I don't believe that this passes the sniff test. I don't believe that him saying, I don't want to destroy a human life, aka the abuser's life, the family member's life, the insinuation being that it's either he's the family member's still alive, so it's either his brother or his sister that he's talking about right now. The insinuation being that he's protecting them and he doesn't want to destroy their lives. He doesn't want to bring them into it. He doesn't want to talk about them. Meanwhile, he spent the last 20 years talking about the abuse. He's made it a cornerstone of his entire YouTube career.
That's
talking
very
about his
true.
abuse.
Yeah, that's very true.
So if you were earnest in that and you didn't want to destroy their lives, why have you spent the last 20 years talking about it in general?
Oh, God. It's every time it suits him. It's incredible. The pendulum just swings constantly. But he also has this thing in the way that he speaks of everything he's doing because of some sort of code. The code changes constantly, but it's always noble.
No, I don't. You just sat here. I'll destroy mine all day. I'll destroy mine all day. And my dad is dead, and my mom is dead. I'll talk about those pieces of shit till they fucking rot.
Yeah, but Chad and Desi aren't dead.
Still fucking alive. I will not. We've talked about it. We made an agreement, and I'm not going to do that for internet clout. I'm not going to do that so the Keemstar can jerk off to it. No, thank you. We're not here for the fucking audience to get off on.
Understand that you talk loud. That doesn't
fucking life. It's goddamn internet clout. This is not a topic I will cover for internet clout.
Nobody's talking about that copper. Here's what I'm trying to talk to you about, Mr. Talk Loud.
Later.
You're on a lot of medicine, Boogie. Is any of those medicines an SSRI?
Go fuck yourself. I will divulge no more medical information to any of you motherfuckers.
This is, you ain't got to tell me what it is. Like, there's a bevy of medicine.
Yourself. Go fuck yourself.
Oh my god.
Because you need to be on an SSRI.
Bro,
because like
just
you
stop.
should not have this
Wings, stop. Just stop.
A few moments later.
Why don't you say what you want to say about the situation?
Oh my god.
That's over and over again. I hate being alive. I hate being alive. I hate breathing. I hate being
what?
alive. I'm in tremendous pain. I'm in tremendous pain.
I'm in tremendous pain. It's like that's like a Rick and Morty episode, I think.
Yeah. It is. It's the song where he like transforms bodies into the high school. Oh yeah, you're right. He did it.
Yeah. I was right. Yeah, it is a.
Oh man,
he's literally.
He's
doing Rick
great.
and Morty.
He's so fluid when he's flipping out.
Help me. I'm in so much pain.
All right. Well then, okay. Let's get off the internet. Let's just get off.
What do you want me to talk about instead?
I'm not. This goes back to like last night. You're not mentally fit to be on the show. It's irresponsible.
No. What did you want to talk about? Anything but the abuse. What are you doing to my play button?
It's not.
What about Chris talking about 4-year-old girls?
I got a question
for that.
And by the way. I know you can't talk about your sister. You said you would talk about your dad and mother all day. So will you address those issues? Because
yes, my mother twitted my fucking tipples. That's part
What?
My mother would twiddle my tipples.
Twiddle my tipples. What does that mean?
He's going off the deep end.
And she twisted my balls and my dick. And she told
Jesus Christ. Twiddle my tipples and twisted my balls and my dick. Jesus. I mean, look, dude, if it happened, like, I can actually see him flipping out like this, but it's also just the thing of like, the delivery. It's so comedic.
It's too comedic.
It's
And no,
too
I don't
comedic.
believe him. I don't believe him.
that sex was disgusting and awful, and she told me that only disgusting, awful people had it.
Okay, but then, okay, well, let's not talk about any of it.
No, my dad fucking masturbated in front of me and showed me pornography and asked me if I wanted to join in and encouraged me to touch him, and I fucking did. I did.
Oh my God.
I fucking did.
Damn.
I fucking did.
No.
There. Can we be done? Can we be done with it? Can we be done with it?
We're done. We're done. We're done with it. We're done with that conversation. I don't.
Thank you. Thank you.
Jesus
We're done with that
Christ.
Thank you.
I got something I can ask that has nothing to do with that kind of conversation.
A few inches later.
So down and depressed and in pain.
I
didn't have an
fucking
answer.
hate myself every
Why?
second. Because I'm a piece of shit. Have you not read the fucking internet?
No, he's being honest
The
for once.
internet's not always right.
No, they are in this
They
situation.
fucking are. They fucking are. I am a piece of shit. I am human garbage.
Do not hit yourself.
Yeah,
or I have
don't
to
hit
hang
yourself,
up.
buddy.
Or I have to hang up on you. No self-harm shit at all. In fact, the yelling and screaming is kind of self-harm. You gotta stop. You gotta talk.
Cheeseburgers, B. Let me do that for a year.
You gotta talk normal.
What?
Bro, you can't
Yeah,
have
I don't
these
know what that
Can I have a
outbursts like this. Come
cheeseburger?
on.
Eventually.
Positive things about the aspect of this whole situation. You just ignore
None of it's
it.
positive. None of it's positive. None of it's positive. I don't want any of those things.
We
You
have
understand?
19,000 real viewers here. This is not bought it.
We have 10 million. I don't care. The only thing I care about in the world is not being in miserable fucking pain. That's all I want. That's all I want. I want to wake up tomorrow not in miserable fucking pain. That's all I want. The 10 million, 20 million, 5 million watchers won't do that.
How's your
Won't
weight
do
doing?
that.
How's your weight doing right now?
down because I'm on a medication that I can no longer afford, by the way, but I've lost 24 fucking pounds on the piece of shit, but I get to put it all back on because I don't have the fucking money.
Let's
to
go.
pay for the goddamn
Guys,
medication.
he lost 24 pounds. 24 pounds.
Oh my God. Jordan.
Yeah.
He's wearing a Destiny t-shirt.
Is he?
The video game.
Okay, what's that?
It's a video game I spent an ungodly amount of hours in.
Just quickly explain it to me because I'm sure that everybody else knows what it is.
It's from it's like a online shooter, basically, like a cooperative shooter online. It was like, it's still around, but it's like a kind of like an MMO. You know what those are? Like it's kind of got that massive appeal to it, and it's made by the people who made Halo, and I spent way too many hours in that game. So he's wearing it as merch. I don't think he's ever played Destiny. That's my point.
Oh, okay.
Congratulations,
Okay,
buddy.
Damn.
24 is a
Fake
big deal.
fan. I'm not impressed.
No, you're not going to put it on. You lost it. Good job.
It was the medication that did it. I can no longer afford it.
That's good.
It's bad. It's
God,
bad.
he's fat.
How's it good that I can't afford the medication? How's it good? How's it good that I can't afford the medication?
You lost
How's that
24
good?
pounds. You lost 24
I'm going to
pounds.
put it right back on.
Why are you saying that? Why are you instantly...
Because I can't afford the medication. Because I can't afford the medication. Because I can't afford the medication.
Why can't you afford the medication?
Because I lost my fucking job.
No, you sold your part of your job.
Yeah,
Like, you chose to
you're
do that.
getting money for that.
Which I need for mortgage, but I can't make YouTube videos. I can't live stream. I can't even sell my cards
Have
on
you tried
whatnot
make-
anymore.
Have you tried making
I'm
YouTube
banned
videos?
from the internet. Remember, Keem? I'm banned from the internet. You don't let me do shit. You told me I'm not allowed to do shit.
That's
I
true.
can't even sell my cards on whatnot. I
That's-
can't even tweet. I can't even fucking post. I can't post my girlfriend's fucking OnlyFans. I can't do shit.
Well, the
Team
reason...
gonna come slap you when you do that?
All right, I think we get the fucking message on that. Later on in the podcast, after Boogie had calmed down, he, Keem, Wings, Mutaha, and Medicare started discussing in detail the contradictions that had been compiled against him. Boogie flatly discussed details and attempted to explain certain contradictions, such as walking back statements at the behest of family members and new information supposedly coming to light, even for him, about certain events. Probable, but given his continued history of lying, ultimately unconvincing. Eventually, to wrap up the podcast, Keem got Boogie to read out donations from viewers as part of his punishment for lying about the cancer, which he also did in a flat voice until prodded by Keemstar. Here it is.
No, Scout. Boogie, keep your chin up, man. You'll get through this. We all go through the storm sometimes. Fault sees us through it. Thank you.
Look, that was inspirational. They had your
I
back.
don't know. I don't care. I don't care. I just want to get through it. I don't care.
You got
Just let me
this.
get through it.
You got this, bro. Let's
Shut
go.
up. Shut up.
You're doing good.
Shut the fuck up. Janelle M says to me it comes down to credibility, as in the Boogie has none. I'm having a hard time giving him any benefit of the doubt. I'm all for listening to all survivors. It's really hard to accept that I'm an advocate, but I can't.
12 seconds later.
Jay Hawker says, Boogie, if you truly loved Desi, you would break up with her. If she has the issues you said, she's being with you is going to make it worse, not better. You're going to mess her up. Well, she and her family disagrees, but go off, I guess. Big man on dick. Buy a hat for your hat.
Let him know. Go off, Queen. Go off,
Oh,
Queen.
I'm not interested. Just let me get through it, Dan.
You got
Matt,
this.
Matt, shut the fuck up! Let me get through it, motherfucker!
Damn.
Matt Sales says, so only people that aren't capable of refusing his testimony are allowed to be discussed. If they are dead, they're fair game. This is why, Dan, I told you I couldn't talk about this, man.
You can do this.
This is why I told you, no, I can't. I told you I couldn't talk about
Boogie,
this.
you knocked this out of the park.
I begged you not
Again,
to
this is a
make me talk about
46-year-old
this on
man.
the show. I begged you.
You crushed it.
I begged you. I begged you. I begged you, Dan. I begged you.
You crushed it.
You. I begged
You did very good tonight.
you. I fucking begged you.
You did. What's going on over there? You did fine. I think you broke your computer. Hello?
This is a perfect frame to end it on. This triggered yet another meltdown,
That's
which
so
actually
good.
ended the stream as his partner Desi and his roommate cut the internet as he lost it. Something
Damn.
which he had put in place as a safety measure before joining the podcast. we're gonna save the liar tattoo for the next episode, as well as further humiliation by Keemstar. But this brings us to the present day. As of 2026, Boogie is now 51 years old, now sitting just below the 4 million subscriber mark, around 600,000 lower than his all-time peak. Boogie is still uploading content and vlogs to his YouTube channel. However, these new videos only seem to average around 30,000 views. And he says these are more for fun now, and that he doesn't really need to keep creating videos. He also still does the odd Francis videos, but they are a far cry from their former glory, and most viewers find the bit unsettling now that we're all well aware of the true character of Boogie2988. A fairly recent video uploaded in July last year saw Boogie addressing the fake cancer saga, subsequent cancellation, and other life updates. Curiously, in the same spiel where he discusses his reformed identity and takes accountability, he foreshadows to his audience that this is a clear and deliberate cycle of behavior that he's integrated into his character rather than making any sort of meaningful or positive change to his life. Also in July of last year, Boogie also popped a question to his almost 3-decade younger girlfriend, Desi. Following the lakeside pontoon proposal in classic Boogie fashion, he completed the act by falling into the water, a callback to his early YouTube viral hits. We're going to watch that. We're going to end this on a romantic note.
Oh, please.
Boogie298 proposes to Child Bride live on stream.
No, it's not. Oh, my God. Okay, that's very cringy.
This is so gross. I hate this.
I've really, man, the posture of both of them says a lot, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It does gross me out.
Someone get that child away from that swamp monster.
Why?
Did you hear that in the background?
Nah.
A stream donation came in.
Yeah, I heard the stream donation, but I couldn't hear what it said.
Purple Red Super Chatted $20. Someone get that child away from that swamp monster.
Someone get that child away from the swamp monster. While he's waddling around on his fucking leg.
Threw it on the dock last time, so I didn't know. The dock is gonna flip over. You better take it. Are you ready? Okay. She's nuts. Yay! Yay! Woo!
Fuck! It makes me so uncomfortable that relationship.
Just unpack, because I am a little lost for words here. Why do I feel? I think the words that the kids use is cringe.
Yes,
Like I can't really describe what I'm feeling right now. Jackson, help me out here. What's going on? What do you reckon? You don't
Well,
like
I mean,
that,
it
do
is-
you?
it-
There's
it is
something
inherently
really, huh?
Cringe. It is inherently cringe, but also I am genuinely sad for the girl in this situation. Like,
I'm sad for the girl because the girl is a proponent into this, but it seems like Boogie being a lolcow and the internet is all intertwined. It is all one entity. There is no separation from it. That is him. Like, when I proposed to my fiance, I didn't even make a public post about it.
Yeah, same.
I think that it's like that's sort of, I don't know. If I was going
let
to
me
do
put it
it,
this way,
I wouldn't be doing it that way, you know? Like, it's just something's...
Well, think about it this way.
It's like, okay, you know what it is? It's sort of just the fake pageantry of The Bachelor when they propose. It's like that, but it's on LOLCal Live.
Yeah. It's very trashy.
It's like this really sad Truman Show.
Inability to pull away from the internet for even a moment.
Yes. And he
Like that you
himself-
can't escape.
No, that's the way to put it. You can't escape.
I was thinking, like, like live streaming like your first child. Like there's things in a person's life that I think inherently are better offline, right? Without the involvement of literally everyone else in your social circles and such. This is one of those moments, I think. Like uploading a photo or whatever to like close friends. We just got married. That makes sense. Live streaming it like this, making a stunt out of it is really weird and uncomfortable. Let's watch.
Oh God. This is Desi's life now. All about this.
You can do it.
911 is on the way.
Yes.
No, that can't be real. That cannot be real.
There goes my light. You dropped that ring. What? You got the ring. You got the ring. Get away from me. Get away from me. Go down there. Run, Disney, run.
She didn't drop the ring. $20. Congratulations, red hearts and Teddy hands.
Okay. What a beautiful moment.
Okay, come on. That was staged, obviously, right?
Yeah.
I'm too
Everything's
not
staged.
privy in this world. I don't know, but like, yeah, it just felt it. Okay.
At
And
this
so
point,
even the-
post cancer, everything is staged in locale, live, and boogieisms and such.
Okay,
I mean, it's the
right.
only way that they can continue to get traction with Boogie.
Well, it's just, where do you go? That's
Yeah.
the problem. See, this is the problem. Once something really goes that far, it's just like, isn't it weird to think, okay, you know the phrase jumping the shark?
Yep.
For anyone who doesn't know, Happy Days, a piece of television history, sitcom from, I don't know, like I'm guessing like the 60s or something like that. Very beloved, very wholesome family writing. One day there was an episode, because it just had gone on for so long, the popular character, the Fonz, it was like a family show, basically. And then all of a sudden he just sort of made this bet that he could jump over this pool of sharks. And that was like a two-parter. And then it stopped when he was halfway through, being like, diddly-ding, and then came back the next season. He's like, yeah, went over the top. And then after that, the show just became ridiculous. Isn't it sad?
Oh, so that's where jumping the shark actually originates from?
Oh, yeah. What did you think it was?
I had no idea where it originated from. So it's
What
interesting
did
to
you
hear
think that the phrase meant? That's interesting, because that
Well,
means it's probably
I
taken on a
knew
different
that what I
vernacular.
knew what the phrase meant, that like a series had become something different than what it had started as. Like it had become more insane. I just didn't know that that's like it was actually a moment where a character jumped over a shark. That's pretty interesting. I don't know if that. Yeah, I don't know.
No, that's what happened. And so after that, it became, where do you go from there? It was a bit of that. And it's sad to think that in the age of the internet, it's no longer about writing. It's just about a man's life.
Yeah.
And it was just like, jumping the shark was faking cancer. And then after that, like, what do you do?
No,
you
gotta find
propose
something
and then
new.
you fall in the water.
I mean, yeah, I guess he could fake murdering someone and actually honestly like go through a court system or something, or even just murder someone. Like, what is worse than faking cancer?
You'd have to really up the ante. You'd have to be a really, really bad person after that.
Yeah, I mean, he is a bad person. Yeah, so what was even more interesting, though, was the work of an internet sleuth who revealed that his proposal to Desi, D-E-Z-I, came suspiciously a little over a week after Boogie's ex-wife, Desiree, got remarried herself. This led some to speculate that the proposal was immaturely timed as a childish attempt at one-upmanship.
No.
More concerningly, however, is that his
sad.
relationship with Desi has begun to be labeled by many as abusive. Clips from the Locale podcast show a darker side to their relationship, and staged or not, Desi's treatment by Boogie is inappropriate at the least. Here's particularly from 602. I don't know what happens here. Let's watch.
Worse. He's like, this is how we earn our money. Fucking shut up and do it. The more you bitch about it, the less it gets done. You're right, boss.
Okay, so I'm saying you don't have to get up and leave the mic. You have an assistant.
You are my assistant. You will be my fucking assistant. The word no never leaves your mouth. If it comes to this show and I say fucking jump, I'm proud.
Dude, this is
I'm proud of her. She did do the crown molding fishing line. Now, she did cry while she was doing it, to be fair.
Philippi Berra
So
super
it's
chatted
harder, and I
$20.
think we should give her-
At least let him smoke outside on his phone instead of in the house.
What the
Okay,
fuck?
well, it was awesome. The crown molding was awesome. Big W's for Desi.
What the fuck? He keeps Desi's ID in his wallet. Classic trafficker behavior. I do remember him saying that. Also, I do remember that he, again, made his wife sign an NDA and such. Again, I'm just saying, he's an abuser. Another clip of Boogie being incredibly disrespectful, and Desi's reaction can be seen here.
Okay, so we got Brantley trying to fuck Desi. We've got Denmark trying to fuck Desi. Now I got Albert trying to fuck Desi. And I'll be honest with you.
Me too.
Oh, go ahead, Skip. I want to make it abundantly clear. I love Desi. I love Desi, but if she falls for this shit and leaves this house, I hope you all run a fucking train on her. I don't give a fuck.
Bro, wait,
You got a wrist
what
line
the
to do, bro.
fuck,
You got a wrist line to do.
Yeah.
You got a wrist line.
She's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 holes. Fuck every hole she's got at once.
Dude, are you? Wait, you're.
Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah, this took a turn. Jesus. I've never seen these videos. I've never seen these clips. This is what he's up to now.
Is this
Actually,
new
what
shit?
the fuck?
That's fucked up.
No wonder
No,
she's
that's
pissed
fucked up,
off
bro.
at you, bro. That's your fucking fiance.
Oh, I do. This isn't covered in this document, but I do remember when they first started dating, or it was, I think it was slightly before the cancer saga. I do remember, this is in the document, we might cover it later, that there were allegations that Desi was hooking up with people online, basically. And Boogie had found out and basically put a stop to it, and like then he took her mobile phone or whatever, like he cut off her internet access basically. There was, I think there were rumors of that. I don't know how true they were. I'd have to look into that again. But yeah, I mean, just the way he talks about it, man, Jesus fucking Christ. Even if it is played up or whatever, even if it's an act, Jesus.
I don't know why you'd make it an act though. It's like, why?
Yeah, it's not even funny.
Wrong with you?
Welcome to Banwell, Brantley. That is so fucked up for you to say. Now you've got to give Brantley a riz.
Brantley, you are a very attractive woman, and anybody would be lucky to have you, including me.
That sounded even creepier than the one you said before for some reason. That's just weird. I don't know why you said that like that. The way you said that, like dead stare in the camera, was just odd.
Because I'm mad and I'm tired, man. I'm mad and I'm tired. I'm mad and I'm tired.
Look at this as an opportunity. If you're done with this, maybe you can find your next love. Oh shit!
What the fuck was that?
What the fuck?
Was it a boot? Oh yeah, boots go flying at Boogie's head. So
Opportunity. If you're done with this, maybe you can find your next love. Oh shit!
Now
what the fuck?
Baby, I had to.
What the fuck?
Baby, I had to.
What?
Baby, I had
Kid, dude.
I know. You're playing a real dangerous game. You do not want to fucking play that game. You flip the switch to me, girl, I'll break every hole. I'll put a hole in every wall in this goddamn house.
Okay, careful now.
Relax, bro. You need to relax.
Thumbs up.
Yeah.
I am telling you, I'll break every goddamn thing in this house. I swear to God, I will.
Take it back.
Take what back?
What you fucking said.
I had to. They're making me do it for the show.
They're fucking
And
assholes.
you disagree with me? Brantley's trying to fuck you, and I'm the one in trouble? Brantley wants to eat your pussy, and I'm the one that's in trouble?
what the fuck is happening, Jordan? Jesus Christ. I've never been more uncomfortable in my life.
Wow.
I'm so
Jesus, Lockdown
uncomfortable.
Live, they've gone to a... Man. They're taking the internet to strange new places, aren't they?
I don't know how this is going to play in Red Thread, but I think we're just speechless.
Yeah, it's not really a podcast anymore. It's really just watching. There's nothing to add because there's... I don't know what's happening anymore. It's kind of like watching one of those experimental 70s films that are beyond critique. Because I just can't, like, it's this weird... It's this weird hyper-reality TV.
Dude.
I take it back, Brantley. I'm sorry. I'm not actually flirting with you. I think Brantley knows that. I think you should know that.
It was just a joke.
This seems real. I don't know. Like this
Do you
seems
think it's real?
I think so. I don't know.
Baby, I love you.
It was creepy as fuck.
Baby, I love you to death. Okay, but I'm telling you, you're crossing every boundary I have. You need to respect.
You're crossing the boundaries that I have.
Yeah.
Talking about fucking another woman
Let's talk
and
about the
offering you
victim.
and saying that I'll break. You've got so many holes for everyone to run a train on you, and I'll break every hole in this house. But you're crossing the boundaries. What?
Some boundaries.
This has to be a bit.
Right now.
These
You
whack
understand?
MCs super chatted $20. Make Boogie pay. He needs to learn humility. He would.
What the fuck, Jordan?
Okay.
I'm kind of
Was it a
I'm
bit or not?
speechless. I don't know. Hey, let us know in the comments below if this is a bit. I'm really confused right now.
So you've never seen that before?
I've never seen these clips at all. Another clip of Boogie being incredibly disrespectful and Desi's reaction can be seen here. No, that's the one we just watched. Another sad revelation of Boogie's current existence is that he's taken to the bottle a vice he once said he'd never partake in because of his family history of alcoholism. Keep in mind, this meltdown came a few days after his ex-wife's new marriage and his own successful proposal.
Yeah, I'm great.
You just need to listen. When you lay down
two sips of beers. How about 2 sips of fucking beer? How about two?
When you
How about 2 sips of fucking beer? Let's see if that helps. How about 2 sips of fucking beer?
Boogie.
All right, well that seems like a bit to me. Another Boogie recently revealed that he is now dependent on regular appearances on the lol cow. This actually seems like a hell of his own making. Boogie recently revealed that he is now dependent on regular appearances on the Lolcow podcast after Keem bought his shares off him during the cancer revelations, so he seems set to be on board for the foreseeable future. Outside of his routine meltdowns on the Lolcow podcast, some other recent antics have resulted in Keemstar quitting the show live on air, spamming the N-word during a stream. Let's listen to that. Who are these people that are on this show?
I was gonna say,
Boogie, you're live on Lolcow Rewind.
Dude, I'm having a bad fucking day. Let me turn on my camera.
All right, what's going on?
I just got my host roles taken away.
I'm gonna grab the tea.
I just got my host roles taken away.
Why?
Hold on. Fucking my camera's not working. It's bullshit.
Maria's got to see it. Spooky said wants
I
it
got
off.
my host roles.
Yeah. Let's
got
go.
my host roles taken away for saying Nick.
What the fuck? Boogie!
Nick.
Why
the fuck am I getting my host role? It's a word. Nick.
Stop!
It's a fucking word.
Stop!
Dude. I'm tired of pretending.
What the fuck?
Nick.
God the fuck!
Oh, the fuck.
Is that a bit?
That's what it looks like when you're trying to one-up cancer lying, I guess.
Yeah, that's the look.
That's what it looks like when you're desperately trying to find the next thing.
God, you know what is incredible? Like flash forwarding through that man's life over the last 2 decades. Like, just think about where he started and then think about him just screaming the N-word over and over again. And, like, proposing to his wife for views.
And then emotionally abusing her directly live on camera, saying the most deplorable shit I think I've heard in a minute.
Yeah. and it's also just this thing of just like, is this for money? It's weird. It's a really, really weird life.
Obviously, he's doing it because he feels like he can do it, but what I find interesting about that is he now being genuine? Like, is this the genuine book? Is he doing things that he actually wants to do now that all limits are gone? So while it could be a bit, in some weird way, it might be the most genuine bit he's ever done. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it is a bit like that, isn't it?
Yeah. Now he gets to be completely mask off and just be himself.
Because like it does feel like he's tapping into some realness. Because that's what's so confusing about watching it, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It is just this feeling of like, yeah, oh man, actually, I think you've nailed it. Jackson, that's a very good observation.
So after spamming the N-word during a stream, he directly followed that with
the equally fat man being like,
that's Billy the Fridge. He's another like old school streamer, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Used to be a rapper, I think. Directly followed by an apology as he realized as a 51-year-old man that it's not just a word.
Not just a word. Today I learned.
Guys, tonight on Locale Rewind, I said the N-word. And, you know, ever since my documentary, I said it's just a word, it's just a word, it's just a word. I've had a very stern talking to since then, and it's not just a word. And I'm fucking sorry I said it. I'm sorry. Keem, please do not fire me for this. I am fucking...
All right, it's all a bit.
What?
It's a bit, the N-word shit is a bit, but I really don't know about the girlfriend shit. It's really weird. There was also him attempting to overdose of medication during a stream. Oh, what the fuck?
$100 bill.
I'm gonna mute the music because it's probably copyright.
Mm.
He's pulling out medication. Oh, okay.
Dude.
What a life.
I know. So this is what he's up to now.
Fuck me, it's bleak.
Isn't it?
And threatening to burn his house down. Speaks to you.
Fine.
We're burning these motherfuckers.
Hell yeah.
Hey, I just got
Boogie, if you carry on, we're going to have to just evict Desi out of the house. I'll be honest.
You hit this goal, we burn every fucking jacket in this house.
We're going to have to evict Desi out of the house, bro. I'm telling you.
Who are these people?
Those jackets, we're evicting Desi.
I'll burn the fucking house down then too, cocksucker.
Desi and Chad are getting kicked out.
Down. I'll burn the house down too, cocksucker. How about that?
They're getting evicted.
Try me.
Boogie, you'll be living there on your own, brother.
Try me.
I fucking don't, I don't even want to watch it. It's safe to say that Boogie is doing better than ever. Boogie has breached the subtleties in his performance that maintain the distance between his staged pathetic outbursts and the person he wanted us to all see him as, the Mr. Rogers of the internet. And yet his desperate need for acceptance was a crack so deep in his character it couldn't be hidden for long. It seems like so long ago that Boogie's first controversies of fence-sitting and pandering to his audience were being thrown up by viewers. How trivial those accusations seem now that we've watched him develop and evolve under a microscope for a further 12 years since then. Boogie has had so many opportunities to turn over a new leaf, and yet he is stuck to his script and deteriorated further and further into a web of lies and a web of acts. Accusations of abuse, reckless spending on collectibles and prostitutes, too many contradictions about his traumatic and abusive childhood to be coincidence, numerous counts of ebegging, crypto scams, and lying about one of the most destructive illnesses on the planet. Boogie just never seemed to hit rock bottom. Whether or not his meltdowns are staged or not, Boogie's veneer of warmth and acceptance has long since crumbled away to nothing, leaving only the dark personality that was once so well hidden. Dr. Jekyll is long gone. Only Mr. Hyde remains. Now he seems to live his life in a haze of anger, jealousy, and regret day in and day out, destroying the home that he once so proudly bought with his YouTube earnings thanks to his lovable Francis character and honest and open personality. All that one can do now is watch and see what happens next. Although, as we've seen in the past, once the status of locale is attained, it cannot be undone. This has been the story of Stephen Williams, aka Boogie2988, which has come to you live once again through the power of the internet. And then I have a quote here at the end from Thomas Jefferson. Quote. He who permits himself...
I mean, it was beautiful writing, but does it really need a Jefferson quote? Let's find out.
He who permits himself to tell a lie once finds it much easier to do it a second time and a third time, till at length it becomes habitual. End quote.
No, that's pretty profound. I mean, you would expect that from Jefferson.
What a remarkable journey we have all undertaken together. And like you said before, Jordan, it really is interesting, right? We went from the very beginning to the very end. We went from him, a humble fat man in his little nerd den, drawing his life, talking about his self-esteem issues, his diet issues, his weight issues, his quest for love, meeting and marrying his first wife. And look where we've ended up. He's covered in shit and he's burning down his house and he's screaming endlessly. And he's marrying a 21-year-old girl who herself looks to have an enormous amount of baggage. Quite a sad end, honestly. It is one of the very first cases where you can actually look at where this began and where it has now ended, basically. Like, I think this is his end state. He's evolved from his cocoon. This is the end state of Boogie. It's interesting to see that evolution, really, over the last 10, 15 years.
No, it's phenomenal. I can't believe that I feel like I've been on a journey sitting here with this collation. So thank you very much, Jackson, for putting in the 10 years of effort so that you could pulp out. In fact, I don't even think that there is a moment of Boogie's life that isn't necessary. In fact, like, I really feel like we could have just kept going, like part 15, part 16. It seems like every moment of his life is entertaining. Huh?
I said there will be an epilogue of certain little anecdotal stories that'll be coming out in the next few weeks. But this is the end of the chronological retelling of Boogie's current lifespan.
Lifespan. Well, it's kind of interesting, isn't it? Because it is a very unique life. I don't think anybody ever... Well, no, now that the internet's around, like, others will tread it. But he's kind of a
Well, I was going to say, it's a
pioneer,
life
isn't he?
only possible due to the internet.
Yes. Yes.
In some way, he's not a child of the internet because he started in his 20s and 30s, but he is a creation of the internet.
Yes,
mixed
he
with
is.
His mental illness. And that's an interesting combination. And he was there from basically the beginning, like the beginning of YouTube. And it's interesting to see that play out.
Yeah, isn't it? It's so interesting. Yeah, thank you for the journey, Jackson.
Thank you for sticking with us and watching this. I really do hope you guys enjoyed it and had some laughs along the way. It was a massive endeavor, but one that we definitely enjoyed. So we hope that you too enjoyed it. Big thank you to the research team, of course, for putting these documents together and compiling all of the information and videos that we reacted to and watched together. Would really appreciate it if you guys support us over at official.men. You get a 7-day free trial to all of our shows, including Smut Rot, the official podcast, Criminally Stupid, and of course, Red Thread. You get bonus episodes whenever they're available, as well as early ad-free access to the shows. So if you want to support the shows, if you feel like you want them early, or you like what we're doing, then feel free to come over to official.men. You get a 7-day free trial right up front so you can try it before you stick around. But yeah, just come over, check it out. That's the best way to support us other than sharing the shows around to friends and family. And again, if you want, please do go check out Jordan's live shows. He's touring around the country at the moment. Go check those out. There's some interesting news. I don't know when this episode's coming out, probably before that news is made public, but there's news about Jordan touring some other countries. I'll let you guess what countries those might be, what country that might be.
Yes, that's a fun game. You think
guess
about
what
that
country.
for a week.
I'll give you a hint. It's not Azerbaijan. So go check
No,
check
that's
out.
one off the Cluedo, you know? Like, we can get rid of that.
Yeah. And now when it comes out that you actually are touring in Azerbaijan, they're going to be shocked.
Yeah. As will I be. I don't think that I'm allowed in that country. I started a fight with it once, but that's a story for another time.
Go check out his live shows. He's touring around Australia at the moment. If you're in Australia, go watch it. It's a lot of fun. Most of the shows are sold out, so you got to be fast. Big thank you, and we'll see you next time on Red Thread. See you guys.
Thank you so much, guys. Really appreciate it. Bye.